Live from my basement, it's Thursday night. Woo! Oh yeah, love it, love it, love it. Hey, welcome to Dave's Imaginations. Dave's Imaginations presents Ire of Mordroc. Ire of Mordroc, our group of adventurers have left Ethelred trying to track down the evil sorcerer Mordroc for Queen Daphne, once Princess Daphne, Queen Daphne, and hopefully to find Dirk the Daring at the same time and return them. Bring Mordroc to justice and save Dirk the Daring so that she doesn't have to marry the dreaded Prince Charming. You know, worst things in the world than marrying Prince Charming. But her heart is on Dirk the Daring. Prince Valium. So, our adventurers have found their way. They're trying to track down Mordroc, and they have a lead that Mordroc went to school in Ulcaster, School of Wizardry. You've gone to the Ulcaster School of Wizardry and found that it's been destroyed some 50 years ago, and you're going through the dungeon looking for clues as to the whereabouts of Mordroc. You have learned some things. Anyone know what you've learned so far?
There's so much.
There's so much. Eventually, you should dwell on some of these things because eventually you're going to have to decide what you're going to do next. And, you know, some dungeon masters would like to know what you want to do next. Anyway, so you're in here. You're in the Ulcaster dungeon. You've been in the Ulcaster dungeon. We've been in the Ulcaster dungeons for, 3 weeks now? And
It's like over a month.
Let's
You mean it's been only like 3 hours?
It's only been a couple of.
It's been like 10
An hour
minutes.
and a half.
Oh, let's get over to
Half of that.
this one.
Takes us,
Short rest.
takes us 16 hours to get through.
Let's see here.
At
This one. All right. How about this one? And so now we need to give a count to 15 or so.
Battles you can
Yeah.
literally
Did you turn on your poobity to?
The sound is going.
Okay.
But the sound was going earlier.
I have it right here. You can see this bar right here. It's jumping.
Uh-huh.
That means there's sound.
But there was before.
I can confirm
before you
because
started.
I accidentally didn't have YouTube muted and it was very loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
Well, I know there was one
And
time we missed.
you know the other thing I like to come on, and for all of our many viewers, Friday morning after our Thursday night event, Friday morning, we already had 42 views. I know. Ooh, and ah. Didn't used to be that way. Used to be like 10 to 12 views by the time. Most of those were me. 42. So if you're one of those 42 views, woohoo! Thumbs up, like, subscribe. I appreciate it. I love you. And leave a comment because I'd love to know who you are, and I'll give you a shout out.
So by Friday morning. So we're big in Australia and India or something.
Well, or live. Because we are the largest live role-playing game on YouTube on Thursday night in the Greater Dunlop area. So
You know, I was thinking about that.
renown.
Since Jared's going to miss a bunch of Thursdays coming. I was like, well, we could move it to Tuesday, but then you're going to might upset your dozens of viewers.
audience.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, we could record it
Pens
live.
down.
We could record it live on Tuesday
Oh.
and broadcast it on
I mean,
Thursday.
there were riots in New York last week when we had it muted. Can you imagine what they'd do if we moved
For
the
just
date?
45 minutes.
There were riots about something. It certainly could have been us. Where's our sound? Get here, guys! So, yeah. So if you're one of those 42, I appreciate it. That was a sidebar from something. I don't remember what I sidebar from. We were talking about sound. Appreciate your diligence. Thank you, and thank you whoever commented. Let Ken know, our official Discord moderator, which I'm not sure how much he even pays attention either. I can't. I have too many moving things right now. But I appreciate it. We did. It was about 7 o'clock. We turned it on. We got the rest of it. It was good. I appreciate that. Here we are on screen, and in the tridrant, the upper left-hand corner of the tridrant. That is the entrance, the first few rooms, until you decided to take the green teleportation pad, which launched you in the second, some mysterious, as I find my cursor, into this portion. And these rooms you should remember, right? You have your blue teleportation pad. You have your demon with the hourglass, which is certainly, 30 minutes into it now? Something like that. 20, 30. What'd you write down? Do you have it? If you prove me different. All right. From there, you found the holy symbol of Hecate, and you found a zombie, and you kicked his head out in the hallway, right? And then you managed your way through a couple secret doors, and you found the burial tomb of Umber the Undying.
We deaded the undead.
But does the undead ever really die? I don't know.
Did we chop his head off too?
No, you did not. Very clearly, did not.
His hand.
Oh, that's right.
You took his hand, because who cares if you don't want that hand to come back to life.
Took his weapons.
You did. His weapon was taken. Qilin warned Bei not to take it, and just says, "Oh, well, I'll take it."
It doesn't seem to miss him.
And then from there, the group of you went into the Moonkissed room with the Hellhound statues, and figured out, oh yeah, you better take the Hecate Moon oily drops as Leroy Jenkins' journal provided. There's a bunch of good tips in that journal that you've learned most of them, if not all by now. You did have some quests coming into the dungeon. I don't have it. Do I have it up here? Come on. Here we go. What are our quests? Do we have quests somewhere? Yeah, find the clues to the whereabouts of Mordroc. Right, we talked about that. Resolve Ghost of Ulcaster, where secure the dungeon of Ulcaster for a parcel of land. Right. Return the book, The History of the Sisters of Light and Darkness, to the Ghost of Ulcaster to return hope. And you just found that History of the Sisters of Light and Darkness, a big old book. From the doctor, he told you to get the holy symbol of Hecate to exorcise the Calmshite usurpers and then bring one of their bodies to the surgeon so that he can complete his surgery. But the Calmshite usurpers said, find Hilather's workbook, take it to Rahim al-Sahir in Kalamport, and Rahim will pay you handsomely and ensure the book is destroyed. So those are the 5 of the side quests we have. And now you have...
And we need to find our owl, too.
Well, that's a personal quest, because to test the viability of a teleportation pad, you sent your beloved mechanical owl through, and it never returned. So, yeah, if you want to take time to do that, you do have a deal with the wolves. You spoke with animals, and they gave you until sunrise. They told you to be out by sunrise. But we are like 30 minutes into this. A lot has happened we're 30 minutes since the hourglass flip. Probably another 30 minutes before that, at least, since we came into the dungeon. So.
It's more than that, sadly, because we've taken a short rest.
Oh, right. So that we're probably 2 hours into our trip, our quest, dungeon delving. And so this is kind of how I set up the board, tried to do it just like we remembered. Eldrin, you had just found a secret passage. Well, actually, Jeff bashed the desk, which uncovered the hidden bookshelf as well as a hidden door that led to another passage. So I think from here I'll stop talking and let you guys talk. What are we doing? Munching on some rations. Okay.
A couple of us were kind of going through the bookshelf and inventorying the books, right?
Yeah.
Are you done with that?
So
Are we?
you definitely found, not on this list are the 2 books specifically that you're looking for. Hilather's workbook, it was in here. Is.
Okay.
And no, it's not listed up there.
Oh, no, but
actually.
we did find it.
But you did find it, as is the History of Sisters of Light and Darkness. Both those books are in the bookshelf. These are books that I had come up with that you would find throughout the dungeon. So by now, you've seen all these. The ones Akate might be in the bookshelf that Bay is looking at. Bay, or Ken, I did send you a few texts of things that you might have learned from the books that you looked at.
Yes.
So I know those are tiny. I guess I could have printed them out, but that's what you got.
I just the last one says they're yearbooks. Who was at the school when they studied and when their last known location. So we were part of what we were trying to track down. Mordroc, right? Because he went to school here.
Yep.
So that would be a thing to see if we could find.
Yeah, if you want to spend the hour going through the books now and figuring that out.
Because we don't even know what year he was here or anything.
You do. You know, it's about 50 years ago.
I think if we live, we can come back here.
Oh, look, he was on a lacrosse team. No,
Yeah. He was on the AV Converse Club.
He went to the Primus Department.
and in Glee Club.
He's an AV Conjuration Club.
In the baking circle.
Hey guys, I think I found another door. Right?
Okay. Monsters now, books later.
Well, we have the two key books we came for, right? Is there a third one? You mentioned the third one in your text. No. Is there?
The third one is
the Arcanum Edumacation,
Oh, okay.
which is the yearbook.
Okay. So we have all those. We have all three. Do we have all three?
I didn't catch that.
It's still on the
Edumacation.
shelf, I guess, if you wanted to take number 16. I would definitely want to make sure that we take that.
Yeah.
And that's a
Although
series
all
of
these books look
that's
amazingly useful.
That's
Okay.
the bottom row of the bookshelf is all a series of books.
So if
It's
we
like
know,
the Britannica.
well, like yearbooks.
Yeah,
so
right.
like, if we know he was here 50 years ago, maybe we take the
Right.
6 years around
Bracket.
when we think
Right.
he was here.
Yeah.
If it's too much to take all of them.
Yeah.
It'll
it's
be a
of
lot.
weight. Yeah. It's a lot
Yeah.
of weight.
Well, we could sort through it. We could look through them and find the ones that
That's what he just said. If we want to spend an hour,
which we can do later.
Sure,
We gotta live.
you can do it now.
If we're gonna leave, then yeah, let's just do it now. And I mean, but I just opened the door. That was before we discussed. So,
to leave the books here or throw the 6 in our packs and.
well, the text today above the table, we talked about what are we doing, where are we going, and I said Eldrin would like to just leave, right? But I am personally curious, as Noel, to go and continue and get all of this stuff, get this big castle and clear this space for redevelopment.
To be fair, this is the
Ruins.
ruins of a school of
I
magic.
see it, and I see the whole thing rebuilt better than it was before.
Yeah.
It's a big fixer upper.
It's where we would
Fixer to fabulous.
craft the beer. This could be the hub, man. The whole
D&D.
Sword Coast hub.
What?
The beer is it's the hub for the whole Sword Coast.
Call your cable provider today. Tell him you want. HGD&D. This week on Castle Flippers.
HGDD. That's awesome.
Well, you would remember this is the entrance we used.
No, I mean, so Eldrin, he's like, "Hey, we got to keep going, or do we stop here and take the win?"
I don't know. Keep going.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
gonna go for
Well,
it.
some of us would survive. You know.
I am. Eldrin is not doing well. Right? Eldrin's not doing well.
And you're leading the charge into the next room?
He's 1/3 of his strength. Right?
There's a lot of power in this place that we have not yet discovered. And if we are going to go up against, what was the guy's name?
Mordroc.
We are going to need all of the power we can get.
Fair point.
So an option would be retreat,
Survive.
go,
Get stronger.
yeah,
Come back.
regroup,
Get
heal
patched
up, accomplish a couple of the goals
Give me a
of
couple
here's
long
the
rests,
books.
Get back my hit points. Get unpoisoned.
So what? One of the books was what was it the surgeon or the usurpers wanted?
Okay, so
One was the one, the laughter one.
I'm glad I did this. So,
Yeah, I'll be out.
Ulcaster.
so return the book, The History of the Sisters Light and Artist, to the Ghost of Ulcaster to return hope.
So the sisters.
So that's one item.
He's
We
the
have,
ghost out
we have the
front.
holy symbol,
Right.
Okay.
and we need to use it to exorcise the Calamshite usurper and bring the usurper's body back to the surgeon. So that's a two-step
Mm-hmm.
step. And then we take Halather's book, which we have, right? Take it to Rahim al-Sahir at Kalamport,
Back in town.
back in town.
No?
Kalamport
It's a long way down.
is
South.
2 countries below where you're at.
Oh.
It's a long journey.
Okay,
Yeah.
So that's why it's number 5. Okay. But we need to hang on to that book. We can do that later. That's a later thing. But the things that we resolve inside are getting the book back to the ghost and using the holy symbol to exorcise to bring the body to the other guy to do his thing. So there's 3 subsets within that we can handle inside of here.
So we press on and keep digging, or we backtrack and go put some points on the board
Right.
with those things.
Is where we're
and
at.
maybe
And
rest
Eldrin
up
wants,
a little.
wants to get back on Mordroc, right? He's focused on revenging for his sister.
And do remember, we have negotiated a truce with the wolves
That
for
is
tonight.
time sensitive. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're just wolves.
Mm.
They got to be cleared at
How
some
many
point,
were there?
anyways.
So one of the books that was on the list was about controlling the wolves.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Like, if you got the list of the books, one of the books was about
Nature,
hounds.
Controlling nature.
It was like hellhounds and stuff, but no.
That was a good observation.
Hounds of the Night.
yes.
Arcane Guardian.
Yes. So
Oh.
hellhounds are not wolves.
Okay, so they're okay. So
Hellhounds were the statues that came alive.
okay, and not okay. Yep.
Yeah.
got it.
But if we control those, that'd be fun.
I would be-
Yeah,
Okay.
but would she be happy if we made off with her dogs?
Yeah.
We might incur the wrath of a goddess. Not the first choice. So where do we go from here?
I'm at the door. The secret door seems interesting, but I'm like, do we keep going, guys? I don't feel like I'm up to it.
You are here.
Like, I'm hesitant.
Okay.
The
He
barbarian
specifically
is
here.
sort of barbarian is hesitant.
Barbarian light. That's what.
Barbarian light.
And looking at that, there's at least there's a couple other branches too of doors that we
There's
have
2
not
right
explored.
next to the secret entrance.
And there's one next to Orb Lady, and there's
Yeah.
one on the far left.
And 19B down.
The one next to the lady, the goddess, that one was the special door that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
couldn't
that
open
one's
it.
locked.
Had
That has
The
the
super lock.
has the
Circles.
indentations.
Oh,
and-
okay.
So that's like, I think that's where we go after we get the last medallion or pendant
Yeah.
or whatever.
Okay.
That's going to open the gate to hell.
Which we don't want.
Yet. Right.
Okay. So this end of the tri-quadrant.
What? As in, we keep going?
Well, we need if we're trying to get those other medallions to do the door, but again, I don't know how critical that. Well, I'm sure
We
it's
have to go
critical
back
here
then just no matter what, and that is where the Calamshite wizards and the dog. We may as well do that.
Eldrin will propose we stay here, find the books we need, take what we want, and skedaddle, and come back when we're stronger, more experienced, because we got lucky with that Umber.
Are other people beat up?
I'm
Two.
looking. If I'm seeing this right, I got 11 out of 24 8 points.
Oof.
So
50%.
You're about half.
I'm
You still have a maximum in the 20s. Aren't you special?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so, we've got max hit points knocked down too.
25 of 35.
I'm topped out at 21 out of 21. But I'm out of spell slots.
I'm 7 of 13.
Yeah. I offered you a potion, dude.
But okay, you know,
Well,
you
that
did.
was my next
And you
question. Do we
absolutely
want
did.
to just
But I didn't want to
back ourselves up
waste
and
it.
keep going?
Like if it gave me like 5d4, I'm like, well, now I go up 6, but because it stops at 13.
I envision you guys all coming back to this table, righting the chairs that have been overturned, sitting around, shooting the shit.
Roll for an encounter.
All dipped as you came back. Very consciously have tipped the oil.
Yeah.
Watched the wolves, the statues.
Jeff loves it at the head of the table.
So there's a lot of indecision.
These are
going on
fearless
here.
leaders.
Well, because there's a lot of things, right? I mean, we've got. I don't know.
So I'm willing to press on, but if the majority wants to go back and
I think we should press
finish some stuff,
You're saying press on.
I think let's go.
and if you're a little chewed up, then don't go first.
Right.
Yeah. What's the consensus? What is
They.
Bay.
they think?
Oh, I don't know.
He must be pretty bad at. If Ken is like, I don't know.
This has been an exhausting half hour.
Hour and a half, whatever. A half hour since your last rest.
Right. That's where the majority of bad things have happened. I would love to continue on, but I think we gotta cut our losses. Or cut our victories.
All those in favor of leaving.
That's the way to phrase it.
All those in favor of leaving, raise your hand.
I raise it like halfway.
We got it to
2.5.
2.5.
out of 6.
2.5. What do we got? 3.
Yeah, I voted. Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
so
I want to check some boxes, man. We have been sauntering around.
Yes.
Then you're in favor of
then you're raising your hand.
Okay.
backtracking.
So that's 3. That's the majority.
All right.
3.5.
3.5.
We're not backtracking anywhere, right? Because we took a portal here. Like, unless you're proposing we take the portal back,
Yes.
How else do we get back?
Yeah, why not?
we go through this door.
You don't know that.
Viewpoints.
The door Eldrin told us about.
We already established that it's safe to go back to the portal as long as we know what we're doing.
How long has it been since someone flipped over the timer?
Well, that's
Yeah.
we still got
That
time
sounds
if we
weird.
go now.
But a short rest's worth, so we're looking at
And-
an hour plus.
And do remember what room we end up in that's full of phase spiders.
We don't have to go to that
We-
room. We don't go through that room.
Yeah, we do.
Well, if you're backtracking.
Oh,
if you want to go back to the
yeah,
surgeon
yeah.
and
That's
the
but we'd already cleared
supers.
that.
Did we clear the
They
spiders?
ran
Did
away.
you clear the spiders? Or did you?
They left. Let's put
Yeah,
it that way.
yeah. We
There was one swarm
Jeff
that
doesn't know.
Went through the wall.
one
Good.
swarm that left.
Right.
The other ones you dispersed.
No, we got
Okay.
3.5 people wanted it, so
Okay. Well,
let's do it.
Unless you're gonna stay.
do you want to split the party?
No. No. So I will grab like the 6 books around when we think Mordroc was here.
Yeah, we'll take the
And
time
bring
to
'em with.
look through the books.
And maybe
6 encyclopedias.
Oh, each one is like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
hefty.
We'll
Well,
look-
yes,
we'll-
everybody gets one.
It'd take 5 minutes if we all took a look and look.
No,
look for
no, you're taking a book and throwing it in your pack, and we're
Okay.
taking it with us.
along with the other 4 books, right?
That's your concession for going some places. You got to carry the stuff.
Yes.
That's in addition to the 2 books of our quests, right? Halethor's Workbook and the Sisters of
And
Light and
I'll
Darkness.
take those.
Right? Just think they're all this big, right? And are there any other? I think
There was
you
another book. There's another book.
at least have the Book of
15
Runes.
on the list is pretty interesting.
I would like to carry 4 books. Right? One of your books. I don't know how big these you're not giving
Yeah,
us.
I told you they're this big.
So that's
Yeah.
a decent book. The Arcanum, the yearbooks are that big?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. They're yearbooks. They're
They're
really
yearbook.
big.
Yeah,
It was a big school.
I don't know. I had 4,000 people at my high school. Our
I mean, it
yearbooks
covers 10
were,
years. Okay.
You know,
I don't know. I made it up.
Yeah, ours was like.
But the point being, these are big, bulky books.
Ours you could kill someone.
Yeah.
Like, it was a weapon.
I have, you know. My
Yeah.
constitution is strong enough to carry some books.
Yeah. You know, encumbrance in D&D is stupid big, so
Yeah, we don't usually.
it's more of a thing I don't like about D&D. There are better ways to do encumbrance is what you carry. I prefer more of a slot system, like you have one hand, you have two hands, maybe you have a bag with some slots in it. But this, I can carry up to 10 times my body weight.
So we're
Whatever it is.
We're the
Also,
guy
like
in Asia that's got the 20-story building on his back.
Yeah.
Walking down.
Yeah,
on a
the-
moped.
also,
And
you
12
know,
other people.
the jumping rules and the holding breath rules are also
Can we go
very
back to that
ridiculous.
list?
Yeah. The books
Yeah,
list?
the books list. I feel like we should be studying something when we leave here so that we're prepared next time. And there's some
Well,
good books.
a couple of us could sit here reading the books while the rest of them go back and do the other stuff.
So the number 8,
Fair point.
right? That's the Dark Realms. That would be good research for when we come back. The Abyssal Void, the Spheres of Annihilation, and dealing, manipulation of those spheres. I think that's going to be an interesting one. There was another one I thought.
15. The magic of creation and travel.
So I will volunteer to take the AN Chronicles. Number
Write
8.
it down. Write it down. What you're doing. Whether it's paper or what, just someone take a note. I could put on here at the end of it, I suppose.
Which one you taking, Noel? Or you got
Number
yours?
8.
Number 8. Here, I'll put a
I will
capital
also
N.
take the 2 books that we
That's
needed.
the wrong screen. Shift N. All right. I put Noel on that one.
So I'm also going to take the 2 books that we needed.
side.
The
Well-
Sisters and the.
Yeah, I think Jeff is going to ask for Halather's workbook.
He's not going to get it.
No?
So unless he wants to fight me for it, he's not getting it.
You think you could take me?
I don't think I can take you, but I definitely think all of us can take you.
Wow.
Do you want to try that?
You've already shown that you're suspiciously behaving. Not a lot, but enough for me to want to keep something from you.
All right. So you each have one of the Chronica de
I'm not mad
Arcana.
at you.
It's the Iron of Mordroc Civil War.
Which other one did you want, Noel?
So number 8,
Yeah, I gave you 8.
and then one of the vernacular,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Chronicle,
Yeah,
one of the 16s,
that's not on here. So,
one of the 16s.
well, one of the 16s, yes.
Everybody's getting one of those.
The
Halather's
Sisters
workbook and the
Halather's
Sisters. So you have those 4 books.
Those 4 books.
All right.
Bay took 15.
Bay took 15. I'm gonna put a K there. All right.
And you'll also take the Abyssal Void.
Now you also had Bay. I already had your name next to the Captura Inferni.
Oh, that's the one I'm holding. Okay, yep.
So he's got 3.
He's got the book 3 also.
All right.
Anyone else want to grab a book?
I want book 7.
You want book 7. How's the night? Sounds fun.
I want to be able to control those hounds when we get them again.
13 for me.
13 for Glenn.
She's got this elemental thing going on, so.
Sisters what? What's the name of that book again? Sisters what?
Of Light and Darkness.
Sisters of Light and Darkness.
Is there anything there good for Artemis? What should Artemis take?
I think anything to do with demons, Helkati, Halather's biography. I don't know if anybody's taken that yet.
I thought I had one in here. There's another one that Ken Bay would have.
Because I have the one that was about Licate.
Right, that's the one. Pardon me. Yeah, I don't know if I put it on there or not, but you have a book on Hecate as well, Ken. So you should have that written down somewhere.
Yep, I'm working on adding them.
I thought I put it in there. I guess I don't see it. Oh, that's the one Noel tried to grab. The Aang Chronicles Portents of the Dark Realm, an account of Hecate's. No, that's not right.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. It's not. That's not the
Crying
same.
and-
No, that's not the right one. There's another book of prayers that you have. Anyone else?
Artemis hasn't taken anything yet. I guess I need to figure out if there's anything that.
You don't have to take one. It's weighing you guys down.
Well, I guess I would volunteer to carry any two of the Arcana thing at the bottom if we're trying to bracket a year or year range or whatever.
I handed one to everybody.
Okay.
So, but if somebody else is taking a lot, you could offer to take your
The
book.
Abyssal Void seems like a good one.
Where's that one?
Number 9. Sphere of Annihilation. I mean, that's a eye popper right there.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one's in my backpack.
Oh, you got that one, Ken?
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he did.
And these are all about like using magic, right? Like
Yes, yeah.
like that one. So
Yeah.
like for a barbarian like myself.
If I was a wizard, I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm home. Especially
It would be
necromancy.
would not be typical behavior for you to want a book with this many words.
Right. I feel like
Wouldn't be typical behavior.
yes. No, I mean there is one book that he is interested in. Unfortunately,
It's unavailable.
someone seems
It's already
to
been
We-
lent out. It's already been lent
You
out
ha-
to the library.
Yeah. You have a keen awareness of who has it, though.
yes.
Let's see.
Okay. I guess my question is going to be, which way is the way back? Do you go back through the teleportation pads, or do you go through the doors of unknown?
I'm a big fan of Willy Wonka, but I don't believe that you have to go forward in order to go back.
We have some reason to believe that some of these other doors get us back where we came from.
He's the one who suggested it.
The teleportation.
Our
Do
feeler
we have any control over teleportation?
Excellent question.
Do we have the
we-
ability to say we're going to go there?
We stepped into the green one and we said blue, and we popped out of the blue one, right?
Basically.
And we had the owl do say blue, it disappeared, and then it was gonna say green after 15 seconds, and it came back.
Red. We said the owl was
Number
red,
10.
didn't we?
We did it to both. It worked on the first one, and it did not work on the second one.
I thought
So
we
sent
sent it to
the
blue.
first one.
Yeah, and it came back, and then we sent it to red, and it didn't. So that's why we chose blue.
Yep.
So presumably we can hop in the blue one and say green and pop back where we came from.
Hope you remember the word.
Oh crap! Scribe. Control F green portal.
So that's the path you're going to take, though. Right? So if we go back,
As opposed to what?
well, going back to the screen, right? So you're right. I acknowledge you don't know what's behind these doors. I get it. You don't want to open them. So your only way that you would know is to come back here. And,
You
oh,
don't
look.
even know where we teleported to. There's no guarantee we're in the same building.
It's so true. All right, so you stop here and you know that's the door. The other option was there was a door in here that you didn't check out. That's fine. Behind what is it? Like Schrodinger's cat, right? Is it alive or is it dead? Is there a monster or not? You don't know.
What door did we not?
The far left.
There's
there.
this one here.
Oh, right. 'Cause we
There-
turned around because you guys, woke
Yeah.
someone up.
And there's these two up here.
Just a little undead.
So you're in here, back in here,
How'd the hourglass look when we went past it?
about half.
Okay.
evenly split between top and bottom.
Can we turn it back over? I would like to try to turn it back over.
Okay, you step in there, you turn it back
let
over.
Everybody else get into the room first, but
You go in there and you turn it back over.
does it keep? Does it start returning?
It's an hour gun. It's just start reversed.
Okay. We put it back the way it was.
Put it back the way it was.
A little over half an hour. It should look just like it did when we turned it over the first time. All right.
So you're back in room.
Wonder
Yeah,
what
so
happened with those 1,000 wasp spider things.
Spiders.
piranha, wasp, tick things.
Did they finish entering the room?
Bay's gonna go through first and tell us.
No.
Are we all going at the same time?
I think you had one of your books, you had a picture, right? You had the picture with the 3 teleportation pads on it, and at the top of the picture it had the 3 colors, words that you believe meant the colors.
Oh yeah.
Very
Yep.
something that sounded like, yeah. What was it? The blue one was sounded like a blue gem, something like that.
Beregost was the magic room for green. And
That's too bad. I had a picture for it. I don't know where it went to. So, you go to the room and you say the word for blue.
Say the word for green.
Oh, green.
Green. Yeah.
Yeah, green.
Okay.
Burn 'em.
So, yeah. So
Berries.
Bay and I'll go first. Come on, Bay. Hop in the circle and say the magic word for green.
Green.
All right. Now these.
Asparagus.
Yes, asparagus is green.
close.
All right.
I'm gonna get you down.
You're back in the room that had the phase spider swarms.
Instead of spiders, you see all these
Alright.
asparagus stalks.
Is our owl back?
Nope, no owl,
Darn.
But no spiders.
no spiders.
Okay, good.
I'll be next. I'll jump
Well,
on
you
it.
go back and tell them it's all clear, and the rest of you come. Yes.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Okay.
Unless someone tells me no, I'm going to assume everyone came. All right. You come back through. The table's overturned. There's no sign of the creatures of chaos. All right. And now we're back to this room. And we know if we go through this door that you will find your Kalmshite usurpers.
And they wanted to see the sister's book, right? It's Return to Kalmshite. Right?
No, it was the other one. Hellather's workbook.
Oh,
They
they wanted hell after. Okay, well, we'll show them that and say, hey, we're taking this back.
Hang on.
This is you got to be careful here because these
That's what I'm
folks
saying
are
out
the
loud.
ones where we're supposed to use the holy symbol to exorcise at least one of them and bring their body back to the surgeon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
There was that. Or there was the thing, they wanted one of the books,
No.
They wanted one of the books brought back to their home.
You step out of the hallway,
okay.
back into this room, and close the doors so they don't really listen to you.
Okay, so they wanted the book back to their homeland. Okay,
Right.
They want the book to go back to them
Right.
for destruction.
so you
So.
but you want to exercise them so they presumably now their bodies are no longer
Right, and then we schlepp one of those back to the surgeon, and then somewhere in the vicinity of the surgeon ought to be the ghost of Ulcaster, or he's near the beginning, and we give him his book.
but we don't know if they're going to like being exercised.
Right. So
I'm assuming they will not.
Probably won't.
probably gonna resist.
Maybe they're stuck in this plane and they'll be happy to move on.
Well, that's what I was going to.
It can happen.
That's what I was going to propose. Actually, is that we let them know that their mission will be fulfilled. However, there's a cost. Right? We need their bodies. They need to.
A body.
Hold on. Isn't
one
their
of those
mission to
was
stop the
coupled,
doctor?
right? Sorry.
Wasn't their mission to stop the doctor?
Their mission was to get the Helather's workbook sent back to Kalimshite for destruction.
Kalimport.
Kalimport.
Their original was to clear the dungeon, right? Destroy it and everything in it. They were looking for this book, which they never got,
Okay.
and they said find it so they can be destroyed.
Right. Which we have done and are prepared to do.
But their souls can be at rest if they.
Please just let us.
You're gonna try to make that argument, huh?
Well, I mean, it's either that or we do it the hard way.
You
It's,
just burst in and say what? Do we know how to do that?
that is a great question.
I think so. I think I figured it out.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
I'm glad somebody did.
Pay
But
for
I
the win.
need the thing.
The holy
The
symbol.
holy symbol.
I need a young
Holy
priest.
symbol.
and a-
There we go.
That's right.
Jeff, can I have the holy symbol?
Which one?
The
The Hecate one?
How many you got?
I don't think he had it.
No.
I don't think he.
I think
I think
I
it's.
think I had it.
I think.
Yeah.
That's right.
I have Omvor's holy symbol, and then I have. I don't know which one I picked up from the.
You don't have it. He has it.
The Hecate's holy symbol, yes, that.
He has it. You ran out of the room. He has it.
Yeah,
And
not the medallion.
your lock.
Your luck, yes.
Yes. I keep thinking of it like an Oscar statue, or like an Emmy, right?
It is like an Oscar statue with two Oscars on one statue.
So
So Bay thinks
Someone
he's got
going
this figured
to-
out.
okay, so someone going to explain to them, hey, we found the book. We're gonna take it back to
Your souls can be at rest.
your place,
Mission accomplished.
and
Oh, by the way.
Goodbye. no,
Get back in your body.
meanwhile, Bay's gonna do the holy vacuum cleaner spell, and
Got some good news and I got some bad news.
That's $5,000 for the
All
storage.
right,
of the
let's see
beast.
if they want to leave first. We don't have to be mean.
We're here to help.
we just have no idea how they're gonna react to that. So what? So Bay, what do you? I mean, is it like you say 5 words, or is it like you're gonna have to do this whole long thing that's gonna take you a minute to read?
Whole long thing that'll probably take me 2 turns, based on how long it is.
So if they don't like this idea, they're gonna fight back during those
But they
2
were going to
turns.
fight either way. So I feel like it's not lost to try.
To talk to him.
And as far as we know, were they stuck in this room?
They may not be in there. If they're not in there, then no. They're not.
Fair point.
They
Not like-
appeared in that room when we showed up there.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't know that we have any way to contain them if they,
Yes, we
if
would-
they don't like what's
We'd
going
go
on.
for
and-
sure, but
and they
it seems
won't.
like
We're gonna have
chances
to
are
cross the
high.
streams.
Okay.
Without a magic user.
Do you want to be Mr. Diplomat,
Are we ready?
or do you want
You know what you're doing?
someone who's not as beat up to be?
Ken, you got a plan?
Ready as we'll be.
Yeah.
Bay, you got the plan?
I got a plan. Who's gonna be Mr. Nice Guy?
Well,
Me, I guess.
or you want someone who's less beat up to do it?
Well, I mean, am I going in there alone?
No,
No, I'll go with you.
but if you're the front man and they don't like what you're,
I'll go.
You're the closest.
I will go with him.
I think everybody should go.
Yeah. All right.
What do you think, Fearless
Give me
Leader?
the signal.
I think you just start muttering as soon as we get in there.
I say we just walk in and do it.
Stuff like this doesn't really work when you're muttering. You have to be purposeful.
We'll keep them occupied.
Okay, but that's. I'm still gonna wait for them to say yay or nay.
To what?
I definitely think we need to open with the whole "we got the book."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to soften the blow.
Why?
To ease their transition.
To minimize the repercussions for us.
They're
perhaps.
ghosts. You can't punch them.
Sir Smash a lot.
What if they
what's
tell
up?
us something important that we want to deliver it?
I mean, you're gonna kill him. What's the point of being nice to him first?
Kill.
They're
Release.
already dead.
They're already dead.
Well, release him. Same thing. You're gonna release him. What's the point of being nice first? Just do it.
So they can go in peace.
How long you been hanging on to that stick? I think it's getting to you. That's what I'm sensing. It's got the
All right,
glow
so-
stick of destiny.
All right, let's see. Here I go.
That's it.
Here I go.
Stick.
I'm walking through the door.
All right.
All right, Eldrin, you walk through the door.
I come in. What do I see?
You see the old conference room, and in the room, as you come through the door, you see the two of them.
Okay.
Their heads turn to meet you coming through the door.
So I continue to. There's nobody else. There's nothing new.
Nothing new.
So I walk around to the door that we would be exiting,
Okay.
like going through the next.
Yeah. So it's not blocked, but they would have to move for you to get there.
Okay. Well, I just want to take their eyes off of where we came from.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move
Yeah.
around, make room for
You
the other guys to come
you
in.
approach them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, I want their back to at least eventually be to the door we came in.
Okay.
So when Bay comes
At
in
least a
last,
Yeah.
he's got the least attention on him.
Okay.
So, and then I will say, hey, and I'll reach into my backpack and I'll say, this is the book you wanted us to find, right?
And he says, "You found it. You found the book, the Halathar's workbook. Well, it must be destroyed.
And it's a laugh riot, I gotta tell you.
We are told this is the key of how they are opening portals to the 9 hells to bring demons into the mortal plane. It must be destroyed."
Well, how would you feel if this got into the wrong hands?
It would be devastating. You should take it now. Leave now. Immediately to Kalmashite. Take it to my guy and have him destroy it.
So here's the hard part. We can't get out without a sacrifice.
What sacrifice? Which of your friends shall we kill?
We need
There it is.
a soulless body.
Who is
It didn't have
volunteering?
to have a soul in it, right?
We just need a body.
Yeah. We need a soulless body to take with us in order to get out.
They're not.
This is your mission. This is your last opportunity.
Our last opportunity. You speak plainly, sir. I have no.
We need one of you to sacrifice yourselves
And he looks to each other.
so we can finish your mission and send this back to Kalimport.
How will our sacrifice finish our mission?
It's needed to
Exit.
get past the bad guy at the door.
There is one here, still one of the evil Ulcaster followers that must be destroyed before we will do such a thing.
And he's the one we have to get past.
Let's go. We shall destroy him together.
We need this body.
How will we will die in our fight against him. Come, let's go.
So Bay
We
is the holy
need
symbol, right?
another body, not just a soul
Well,
like yours.
And we
Spirit.
can you two leave this room?
Yes.
I thought you were trapped here.
No. We have free reign over the dungeon. Yes.
Oh.
Then
So
why haven't you
come with
fought him
me.
before?
I will show you another body.
So why haven't you fought him before?
We have, but our powers are useless. They seem ineffectual against him.
We need a body. You in the.
Let me
body.
show you. We will take you to a body.
We need your. We need a Callum body.
All right.
That's why it has
I
to
think
be you. Right?
that's-
We were right. We had it was a Callum, right? We needed the
Callum's
Callum
right.
body. So
Which
that
they
guy
are.
asked for the Callum.
You're
body.
going to give me.
I'm telling you the truth.
I know they're just not volunteering.
Right. And that's fine.
What did you think?
Which
they
maybe
were
somebody
volunteering?
should maybe somebody should get Bay a cue.
Jeff would have looked at Bay the whole time like, just do it.
Yeah.
Just start saying the prayer.
I'm waiting for Eldrin to.
I'm just trying to
give
give
me
them a
the-
chance to
give
be
me the nod.
honorable and do
Persuasion with advantage because you have everyone here helping you, but they get their counter with advantage because there's two of them as well. I think that feels cocked. Natural one there, but there's
I
a
gotta check my
15.
numbers here. Come on. Persuasion, you said?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I got a 14 first time. And that's 14.
Are you happy with that number?
No? But unless somebody else can give me luck, I can't really do anything. Unless you let me use intimidation instead.
What do you
I
need?
wasn't intimidated.
You were your persuasion.
But I have a 14, that's all I can do.
You have no luck.
No is, I'm already in the negative proficiency. I don't seem to be rolling a lot of ones this year.
So okay. So how can we help you, or how can we help you? Well, how can we help him, DM?
Give him a luck point.
You can give somebody else luck points?
I don't know that we've established that as a.
Yeah, I think we did.
I would love
Way
to add
back
that to the
when.
legend of the lore.
I think we might have during
Aha!
Uh-oh.
the.
Bonus action. Bardic inspiration. Add a d6 to
There you go.
whatever.
I
you
like
think.
it.
You've had that this whole time.
You were. One. Brings you to a 15.
It's a 15.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it.
And he can see in my eyes that I'm really trying to help his honorable discharge of his duty.
Well, the other one was a natural one, and so the female goes to him and says, I've been here long enough. You shall take my body. And he refers to the, meet me in the heavens, my friend. My time here is done. and she looks to you and says, how does this happen? How do you release my
I
spirit?
look to Bay.
So okay, I haven't tried this before.
You instill a lot of confidence.
Yep. So I'll hold out the thing. Hecate of Night and Flame, Guardian of the Shadowed Name, by triple moon and ember's light, banish the soul to endless night. Through your fire and fate, your will be done. Return the lost, O ancient one.
Now, yeah, you're holding it out there, and
Does anything happen?
yes. So, but I think you need to give me a religion check,
Religion.
and you can do it with advantage.
Is that because I'm a good follower of Hecate? That's
Yeah.
a 17.
17, and so you hear Hecate's voice in your head. Yes, my child. There's a spirit that needs to be vanquished.
It's getting crowded in there.
Yeah, crowded in his head. She leans us. Who's that?
What in the?
Are you cheating on me?
I thought you stopped drinking.
Only I picked up the scepter.
Whose spirit shall I vanquish?
The one on the right.
And he says,
Or what's your name? What's your name?
and she tells you her name, or I can look it up, but she tells you her name.
Yeah.
And so Hecate's moon-kissed light, like a beam of radiant energy, flows from the holy symbol through her and hits the woman and disperses her, and then her spirit kind of just 1,000 streams of light floats to the air, and a body collapses underneath. And the other ghost kneels and starts to weep over her dead body. And he looks at you, says, "You better succeed.
You can help us.
Let's go."
We'll give you your first shot at him, and then
Said-
well, we'll
he
give
already
you.
said he's ineffective against it.
But
Fine,
now once he
so-
takes a body,
He wasn't ineffective against you guys, you might recall.
so if we once the doctor takes a body, he will then be a body, and the ghost can attack him.
I thought the doctor wanted to do an autopsy on the body or something.
I don't know. I
Possess
thought he was
it.
going to inhabit the body.
The doctor was going to inhabit the body
Oh.
so he could complete his surgery
Okay.
Now
of
you-
the body that was missing a head. But okay, whatever.
Now your honor's double fold.
Let's go.
But
He starts to
give
lead.
the doctor the body so he can possess it.
And then the ghost can attack him.
If
But
you
wait, but what was that going to get us?
The medallion, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because the doctor
Yes.
did have the medallion around his neck.
That's right. Okay.
The ghostly form of the...
So let's get that before you let this guy try to
Get what?
the medallion.
How are you going to get the medallion?
From
I
his
don't know.
dead body. That's what I'm thinking. Like when he comes back to life, he'll have the medallion still.
And it'll be corporal, whereas right now it's ghostly and we can't
Right.
get it.
Exactly.
Okay. So
I'm actually
so you
right.
can't let him storm in there. and
My idea
kill-
is actually right. I'm never right.
So he starts leading you on. Let's go. And he flows through the doors, and you all follow.
Yeah, I go by Jeff and go, bad idea, huh? Just keep walking.
Okay, you got at least.
Took a lot longer than it should have.
You want to go, hey doctor, here's your body before this guy shows up.
He's leading you.
Well, we're gonna have to get him to hold back. It's all about timing. Explain that to him. You can't do anything to him until he's in a real body,
And he
which
won't-
your wife sacrificed herself for.
and he won't take a real body if you're standing there.
Right, ready to stabby.
yeah.
Akil. Akil.
Right.
I kill you. Akil.
Like, that's his
Exactly
name.
what I thought when you said that. Yeah.
Akil. A-K-I-L. Akil.
All right. So does he understand that? And appreciate that the timing is important. Once I explain it to him,
He is anxious, and his patience
Your
is...
revenge will be swift and sweet, but the timing.
And the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas,
Let's go. It's time for this to finally
So he
end.
understands.
Does,
Right?
does he?
I mean, we need to hear that explicitly.
Someone's carrying her body.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
But
be
the
more
point is,
specific.
he needs to wait. He needs to chill a minute.
He's chomping at the bit. Somebody.
Yes, but
we
he
get it.
can't go in first. Is the point?
Okay.
The doctor won't take the body.
Who has the body?
I do.
All right. You've
Do you
listed.
have enoug strength left?
You
They-
got
they-
buy
it's a
animal
struggle.
books. You got
It's
all
a
the books
struggle.
too.
I have a shield. I could put her on the shield and
I'm okay carrying her.
okay.
It's just she's. I'm not going to be good to the first attacker, that's for sure. So I might as well carry.
That's a good point. We don't, want to keep you out of the fray anyways. Yeah.
So I make sure that he understands, and then I
and Belinda will
proceed.
try to be like, you need to be behind me,
Yeah.
Ghosty, and hang back, so he doesn't see you.
Okay.
I'll say okay. I'll go in there by myself, give him the body, let him do his thing, and then I'll say it's okay, and that'll be your guys' cue to come in. We'll release the Akil.
Where's the hound?
That seem right?
Sounds like a plan. If ever I heard one.
bound to go wrong. It doesn't win.
Oh yeah, because he's gonna be. Doesn't the whole point is the doctor wants to cut the body open
What?
and all that?
Yeah.
He wants to cut the other guy. He wants to fix the other guy, but you can only do that when he's real.
Right. You know, the one we beheaded.
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
Just stitch that back up.
The first one you beheaded, or the first
Yeah.
one that.
So I go through the door,
You go through the door, and
bang her head on the.
no, and you
He's like, be gentle.
and you step, and the doctor is in there, and he says, "Set her on the bed quickly."
I do as he says.
And he takes, he moves over, and he takes possession, and he urgently runs to the door where the decontamination chamber. He enters.
Say okay, and just realized now that the decontamination chamber is like a locked room.
Yep. He enters the locked room. The female starts. It's a female. Fine. He goes in there and he closes the door, and you hear the. He looks at you. Are you coming?
I said okay, and I'll step to the door, but I'll be in the doorway.
Hang on,
Probably
I'm
dangerous.
trying to remember. So, the autopsy thing he wanted to do
Is in the other room.
is
surgical
through
suite.
the decant.
There's
Oh, okay.
the medical room with a couple
Which is where
beds.
he was.
There's decontamination chamber and the surgery.
Okay.
And he has gone in surgery. He says, "Are you coming?" And you said, "Okay." He looks at you quizzically and, "Well, get in then.
And
In or out?"
I'm getting in. So I stand.
He reaches out, he grabs you, and he pulls you in
Okay.
then.
Okay.
And then the doors,
They'll figure it out.
and the decontamination.
I did say okay. Loud
Oh
enough
yeah,
for them.
loud enough. And he pulls you in. It's time is of the essence. He starts cleaning, and he well, put on your garb. All right, the rest of you.
So we're all
I
in
turn
the
and I
outer
smack
room,
him.
We come in
The-
through
You're now into the.
And where's the ghost?
So you are.
Trailing, going, where's my guy?
Yeah, I forget. Can we? Is there contamination room?
Once
can we
we
see
get
in
through the
there?
other
Like a
door-
No,
video?
you cannot see in
Once
there.
we get through the other door, that one will open.
Yeah.
So you're up here in this corner, right?
Mhm.
This is the decontamination chamber here,
So.
and the rest of you now have moved into this room.
Now I
I suppose the ghost doesn't need to
And
wait.
Akio goes, "Where did he go?"
It's an
Sounds like
operating
Move
these.
that way.
Sounds like they're in there. In the,
room. An operating room.
they're clean. That's the cleanup
And
room
he
before they go into surgery.
And he floats through the door.
Nothing we can do about it.
Now, is that while I'm still in the room?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's me, the
Yeah.
ghost, and the girl. Girl.
He's-
Possessed.
the doctor looks at you and says, "We have no time for this. You deal with him while I do my surgery." And the decontamination quits.
You misunderstand.
He doesn't take time to misunderstand.
So I grab him. I
You,
reach
you
out
grab him. You grab him by
grab
the.
the medallion.
Well, he has his whole suit on now.
Fair. That's fair.
So you grab him by the back, and he looks back at you. "We have no time for this. Surgery. This man's life depends on our surgery."
There's no surgery today, doctor. Get him, Akil.
Akil goes, and he conjures up a lightning bolt.
And I
He
jump
goes-
out of the way.
and the doctor ducks, and he pulls out. He goes in the other room, and he gets his bones.
Well, the door's still locked, right? The doors are still closed.
No, the
was
doors
like-
the doors opened,
You said the door open.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
and he runs into the other room. Ah! He says,
All right. The door's opened.
"You get him." He goes and he off the run. He grabs the boat saw, attacks him. No, not attacks the other guy, and
Isn't it fun
Wait,
when the player makes the DM have a battle with himself?
yeah,
Wait, so he tried to attack the ghost with a bone saw?
Yeah.
How'd
yeah,
that work?
it went right through him.
Okay.
Now, I remember how to close that door, right?
You do. However, you guys see this door, but the ghost is in this fine. Door has opened. Do any of you do anything?
Sure. It's the decontamination room.
the decontamination room.
We should
I'll go in.
Jeff goes in.
Yeah, let's go.
So
There you go.
it gets with three bodies in there. It gets full, right? It's only a 10-foot type of. So with you in there, the three of you, it closes back up, right? We have Bay, we have Eldrin, we have Jeff. The door is closed. The decontamination. Whoosh, again, the ghost of Akil floats through the door. He doesn't care about doing his old emperor thing with the lightning bolts. You hear the doctor screaming. Your decontamination, you're 6 seconds later, you go and you see Akil standing over the dead body of the doctor.
Alright.
I will go for the medallion.
Jeff goes for the medallion.
And
Russian.
I go for the day.
I accidentally try to trip him as he charges.
There you go.
The both of
I accidentally tried to.
Noel was in the lead, right? He was the first one. He would have been in the first person. You both start to go out. You both make a dive for the medallion. I want you to both do dexterity checks. You have disadvantage as he just tried to trip you.
5.
Five for that was for his tripping attack, but you have disadvantage because he hindered you.
Yeah, so 7.
7,
Disadvantage.
12. So Noel first on the body grabs the medallion, and we have a picture of that medallion, of course. Medallion. That. This will be my email, which we don't need.
Not for the many viewers.
Medallion of Creation.
What medallion did I get from that library room?
I don't think you did.
There was a medallion hanging there.
Medallion? I don't remember a medallion. I don't think so.
There was one that we got from the cage.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the one you're talking about?
The cage?
Was that
The
you?
cage he has was Conjuration.
Conjurations he got. I
Okay.
have necromancy.
Actually, it wasn't called Conjuration, though. I think it was called Summoning. Yeah, you have Summoning.
Eldrin gets the Medallion of Creation. That's what I got.
Eldrin now has Creation and Summoning. You have Necromancy.
Mm-hmm. I
And
just sworn there was one hanging in that.
I don't remember one in the storage area.
There was something hanging there that I grabbed, and
Or was it, did you get it in the star there in the room? With,
No, wouldn't have been.
What's her face?
It was when I beat on the desk, and then the door opened up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. So
but I
that.
don't know which one that is.
Yeah. Let me tell you what that one is. Calling. Medallion of Calling.
Okay, thanks.
That's Medallion of Calling.
Hello? Is this thing on?
Can you hear me now? That's an old one.
And
So how m-
Medallion
There
of
are 5
Necromancy.
Right? It's
Right.
fine.
We need
how much
5
one
and we found.
You've got Creation.
Good. Summoning and conjuration.
Creation.
Is this the creation?
Summoning. These are the ones you have.
What's the one that we just picked?
Did I say no? This is healing. I'm sorry. If I said
Oh.
creation, it's not right.
Healing.
You have healing.
I thought it was conjuration because it says something.
Yeah, I know, but that. So
The whole school.
if you think of conjuration as a school of magic, underneath it there are sub schools of magic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There are 5 sub schools of conjuration. If you study your school books, you might learn what those 5 schools are, right? and so,
And
but
this wizard school was specifically for conjuration. That's what they were.
that was their specialty for sure.
So
Summoning and healing.
Calling and
Necromancy.
We're still looking for Ravenclaw.
Something like that.
Pufflepuff.
So he gets the medallion off the dock.
Yep.
Ghost got to kill the dock.
Ghost got to kill the doc.
Does his spirit release? Curious.
Sure. I think that makes sense.
It's the last.
With the last of the Ulcaster's minions dealt with, I think it's fair to say that the Akil's body is released.
We'll send this FedEx.
Is there anything else of value on
The doctor?
the doctor?
We've already no.
Yeah. Or
No.
what about the two bodies, the Kalamshite warriors? And they were wizards too, right? So they didn't have weapons or anything.
Right. They were wizards. Right. They were doing spells, and through they were doing their ghostly spells that looks like lightning, but was doing some sort of force or spirit damage. Necrotic. Yeah. Yeah. So he's gone.
So we need to. So now we need to deliver the other book to the Ghost of Ulcaster.
Which is the book we're
Out
supposed
front.
to send to.
The guy out front, right?
Yeah, the guy out front.
Mhm.
And that's the sister's book.
No,
That's the Sister of Light and
that's the
Darkness.
sister book. So
That's
we
right.
need to give that to him, and then we hang on to Helathers to take it to the people to destroy the portal to.
Do we
demons
even
and
know
stuff.
what's in this sister's book? I mean, it seems
The goal was to return hope. Allegedly.
Yeah, but it was return hope to open Hephaestus demon door. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty anti doing that.
You're what?
Anti opening the demon door.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe
So
we should know what
that's-
the book says. What's the book about? Is there like a epitaph or a prologue?
Certainly there is.
Cliff Notes version.
Cliff Notes version.
Hey
Yeah,
Siri, give me
GPT.
a summary of this.
Somebody does the book.
I didn't get that.
Sorry.
Well, I don't use Siri. I use ChatGPT. And
Pretty soon you're gonna use Stargate.
is that what they're renaming it?
I don't know. It's gonna be the new OpenAI. It's gonna be a super.
Give
AI.
a
$500 billion
synopsis
I don't believe
of.
anything they have to say.
Yeah. I forgot to bring my bowl. It's funny how the press are catching on. Like they're going on this thing about how all of the big billionaires are fighting over different things because what's that Sam Walton guy or
Altman. Yeah.
and Elon Musk don't get along because of the OpenAI,
Yeah.
and so they're like, oh, they're all fighting each other already.
The history of Sisters in Light and Darkness chronicles the origins, rivalry, and intertwined fates of the goddesses Selûne and the Moon Maiden, and Shar, the mistress of the night. The two of my players have gone AWOL.
They're
Snack time.
snack time, feeding themselves. After this is nap time though, so
After story.
yeah. We store
Yeah,
snacks,
snacks,
the
stories,
story, and
and
then
then
it's nap time.
When do I get to show and tell?
Put it back in your desk. Show and tell is after lunch.
So, chronicles the origin, rivalry, and the intertwined fate of the goddess Selûne, the Moon Maiden, and Shar, the mistress of the night. These two deities, born from the primordial chaos at the dawn of creation, represent opposing aspects of the cosmos. Selûne embodies light, hope, and healing, while Shar personifies darkness, loss, and destruction. The myth begins with their unified efforts to create the universe, including the worlds and stars. However, their bond fractured over the balance of light and dark, leading to a fierce divine conflict. In their class, Saloon used her divine essence to create the sun and introduce light to the cosmos. Further in Raging Shard, this battle led to the creation of Mistral, the first goddess of magic, born from their combined power during the struggle. The history explores the eternal enmity shaping Faerun's celestial balance, with mortals often caught in the crossfire.
Maybe
There you
it's
go.
us.
Yeah.
You're caught in the crossfire as you phase out of existence, Ken.
Yeah, but
No.
there's no mention of demons. It's just Battle of the Fae. That's not.
So,
I fail to see the problem.
I agree.
Ken might have gleaned from his, or rather Bay, the study of Hecate. Hecate would be the Shar's version of Mistral, right? Where Mistral is of Saloon, Hecate is of Shar, the Moon Maiden. So Mistra is kind of where all magic of Faerun comes from. It's the goddess of magic. An alternate goddess of magic is Hecate.
Well,
Now what?
I don't see we're giving this book to the ghost guy for
Ulcaster.
Allcaster.
Allcaster is all that big a deal.
Yeah, I agree. Bay, as the resident magic user, what is your expert opinion, third level expert opinion?
Well, I mean, it seems like a good history book.
Well, I said we give it back.
I'm
then.
not sure if it's gonna open up a portal to darkness. Wait, who do we have to give this to if they want it?
The former dean of this establishment.
The ghost out front.
Okay.
The Burning Wizard, Allcaster himself.
Oh, right.
That will,
The cover
in
boy.
theory, release his spirit. Return hope.
And
Yeah.
he's the one that wants to open the portal.
Well, that's who the Kalimshite thought this was a school of demon worshippers.
So
Well, it did produce Mordroc, so
I think Jeff would contribute that Allcaster, through some uncovered knowledge that Jeff has, Allcaster,
Wow, who knew?
What are we gonna do?
he wasn't trying to release demons. He was trying to capture their essence and put them into weapons to create magical weapons, ensnare them and trap them. He wasn't trying to release them.
Yeah, I was thinking of the right wording, but I was gonna say something to the same effect of like, you know, it wasn't. Yeah, they weren't worshiping; they were using demons, and the demon powers.
I mean,
demons have.
as we saw in a few rooms over, you know, random demons would just get summoned and just be loose.
If you're talking about the calling, those weren't demons, right? Those were creatures. The wasp, right?
Were
The,
they,
the creatures of
were they
chaos.
not creatures from
Well,
the...
you don't really know where they came from, right? You were meddling with teleportation type or summoning circles. Where they came from, you don't really know, but they seem like combinations of common creatures.
Okay.
They weren't demons.
Right.
Now, you saw statues of demons, right? They had the hourglass. Demonic, or they were gargoylic.
Still
Michael?
demonic.
What?
Well, let's get this part of it done. Let's give the book to
Ulcaster.
Ulcaster, and then for those who are too injured to continue, you can stay behind. But like, you know, we have 4 of the 5 medallions. We should find the 5th, and then we can continue to explore and see what power lies within that we might be able to use against our foe.
All right, I'll start heading towards.
So you leave the dungeon, and you go back to the Hecate's temple, or back to the Burning Wizard.
Who has the medallions? I have 2. He has 2.
Yep.
Right, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So there's 1 missing,
One more.
Excuse me. Yeah.
which is probably just around that door that we didn't go down.
We just
It's
gone
probably
one
just
more
it's
round.
probably just beyond one
It
of the
did-
like
it did
5
occur-
doors we haven't checked out yet.
Yeah.
It did occur to me that that is the farthest from any circle we've been, so it had to be close. It's probably the red circle
There's well,
where the owl is.
we,
My luck, our luck.
All right.
We level up. Is that what you said?
Huh?
We level up.
That's what I
Oh,
heard.
we're not done. We got 5 of us in here.
Why is he making us draw lots?
Doesn't bode well.
You
He's cutting up paper, guys.
Uh-oh.
could be to figure out who gets which reward.
Yeah, that's still that's still probably
I like your thinking, Woody.
It's 6 with
Who-
it's 6
who
with
he
10.
possesses.
But
reward could mean different things.
Your
His
eternal
reward was this
reward.
cursed thing.
curse.
There's 5 here. Take 1, pass it on. Here's 1. And these pens suck, but you have pencil. All right, everyone has 1. All right, there's 2 endings to this story. You return to Ulcaster, and the ghostly wizard will look at you solemnly and say, "We shall all live again someday. Knowledge returns with these simple words on parchment to teach once more. In a celestial class, I will prevent the same from happening." You present him with the history of, seriously, like he says, "Set it, if you will. Put it at the feet of the idol." Yeah, so you do that.
Sure.
And so there's 2 potential endings. There's unhappy ending and maniacal ending.
Did you say happy or unhappy?
Maniacal.
Yeah,
Or-
what was the
or
first one?
Happy
Okay.
or maniacal.
Okay.
So, Ken, go to Discord and type H for happy or M for maniacal. Don't look at Discord. I want you each to write H for happy or M for maniacal on your piece of paper. And then put them here. Upside
You want me
down.
to send it to you
It should be in-
directly or in the group
No,
chat?
I once I do these, I will peek. No, you know what? Send me a text. Remove it if you can.
Alright.
Send me a text. Are they all there?
We all voted anyway. Yeah.
All right. All right. I have a vote for M. I have a vote for M.
Uh-oh.
I have a vote for M.
That's 3 out of 6.
I have a vote for M.
That's 4 out of 6.
We are.
I have 1 vote for H. I have 5 votes for M and 1 vote for H.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. I love it. You each may get 1 luck point.
Woohoo!
You set the book down.
You who? Like everyone or just
The
the
book.
ends?
The book has been set down at the feet of the idol.
Okay.
At which point, Ulcaster's ghostly essence solidifies as Ulcaster returns to the mortal plane. My spirit has been trapped in this portent, and now I live again. Ulcaster's voice, once regal and desperate, is now evil. You've done my bidding, well, young students. Kneel, fealty to Hecate, and you may join me in my school where I will teach you the awesome powers of conjuration. He looks at you, waiting for you to kneel.
Jeff will kneel.
Okay, I'll kneel.
We're gonna play along.
I suppose I'll kneel.
Okay.
I mean, so
Bay?
far the membership really hasn't cost much.
Yeah, I kneel.
Chilean saying, "What are you doing? This guy's obviously nutso."
Just, I can respond in my head, right?
Yeah, I'll let you
Playing
listen.
along.
Artemis?
You have a certain moral flexibility, right, as a thief.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm interested in quite that dark.
Jeff has a lot of moral flexibility.
I think so.
About as flexible as his fishnet. Anyway. Artemis. What's Artemis gonna do?
Belinda?
She's sort of surprised, but it's like
4 of your 5 companions. So you kneel down.
Yeah.
The only sole person remaining standing, Artemis.
they ask you if you're.
Are you a god or not?
Demon god. You say yes.
No, I'm not a god.
I mean, you are. We already played along with
what's your
Hecate down in the star room, sort of, you know,
You took the oily drops.
to a degree, and
You sang her song.
there you go. Yeah, we were.
Do you want power or not?
You want to live or not?
I was,
Yeah, it's
You
more
wanna be
about
the one
life
who's
or
like,
death.
a 17th
no.
level,
no, I defy
Higher.
thee.
wizard. Conjuration's fairly particularly nasty.
So, in other words,
This land's not for
the
sale anymore.
the usurpers were right. He said he was worshiping the demons and bringing them around. And yada, yada.
Ulcaster, listen.
Yeah. Calumstrate. You were right.
I assume you will bring your friend around, convince him to join us. When you are ready, join me in my dungeon, and we will rebuild my school more powerful than ever. And he'll open up he will do oogly boogly, and he'll step through a portal, and he disappears.
Oh. What words did you say? When he went through the portal.
Oogly boogly. I believe what.
He did some spell.
Did you say inheritance?
Is that
No.
3 O's or
He-
4?
He did not say any of the 3 colors.
That'd be oh.
Yeah, he's a lich now, right? He's a lich now.
Well, he was a lich. No.
Well, before he was a spirit,
Yeah, he was like ghost.
a spirit, and now you released the spirit that was in this book to allow it to reform as his body, and you assume he is
But
now.
we've established before that not all liches are evil.
We have.
I'm sure
Ta was a lich.
no liches believe they're evil.
Yeah, exactly. It's your favorite
So-
reference.
We're not going to tell the mayor about this, right?
What do you think the mayor's first question is going to be?
Did you get rid of the wizard?
Of course.
Yeah, he is no longer staked out at the front door.
Yes.
He is no longer a ghost.
And there you go.
We don't know where he is. We've got
So
him
it's
here.
safe, right? No, well, we can
you
role
go-
play this, right?
He-
This has happened. Now what?
Do we go back in?
Should have
or-
just tried to banish him.
Too late.
I'm sorry, Bay. What?
He said we should try to banish him.
Yeah, should have used the book on it, or the Yusikate's thing on him.
I don't think Hakate would have been in our corner on that one.
I don't think so either. Jeff would say that we still have a lot to learn from Ulcaster. There's a lot more power that we can get from Ulcaster if we want to face
I didn't know that kind of power interested you, Jeff.
the wizard guy.
I mean,
As
I don't
you
think
as
it
you
did
look at
go
him with the
Very good.
5
20
magical
minutes ago.
items dangling from him in his ring.
Right.
What'd you say again?
I don't think it did interest him until 20 minutes ago.
How you feeling, buddy?
Doing great.
Got a little hairy in there.
What?
I don't mean just on your chest.
I mean, maybe for you.
I don't think it was hairy for me. I could go for a long rest.
Having had time to noodle on the big picture,
We just started our future campaign.
Artemis
That's what I feel like.
will, in the grand scheme of things, I guess if we're still going after this powerful Mordroc, and I'm a sucker for putting people together, so we want to get Dirk back. If it's for the greater good of the mission, then I'll go along.
So we're going back in.
I guess
No.
that's what he said, right?
Got a new powerful ally.
I say go to sleep. I wanted to go back to the city, town, and sleep it off. But then go to Mordroc. Eldrin wants to go after Mordroc.
What happened to the book?
Right. But this is going to help us with that.
The book
right?
was destroyed
Okay.
when it released his.
Killing Ulcaster is going to help us get
No,
Mordroc.
no.
Oh, I'm sorry, I lost you.
I was under the impression that if we give ourselves over to Ulcaster, we were going to get all kinds of stuff that'll help us for the big mission.
Hmm?
Is that not? Am I not hearing that right?
That's exactly what Jeff is telling me.
That was not
But
that was not my impression of that exchange.
All I'll tell you
I
is
was under-
Ulcaster's super powerful, and he is a teacher.
And we did him a solid.
I didn't get the idea we
We
had
did
much
do
of a
him a solid.
choice.
Yeah.
Literally a solid.
Go ahead, Ken.
I didn't get the idea we had much of a choice. It was either, bend the knee or die.
But now, okay, but then if we go back in and we encounter him again, are we still going to play along and
Mucho,
we're
mucho
good,
powerful.
good little sheep, or
Play,
Yeah.
play along.
yeah,
Why would you need to play along?
or actually be a good little sheep? Apparently, is your vote.
I like going back in and
You-
let's pick up everything we can from.
Let me be very clear.
Yep.
You guys are not powerful to take on Ulcaster.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? So you may not know that, right? He's a lich, a super powerful magical being lich, right? You can go back in there and you can be you can pretend to be his students.
You could kill you in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a guy you're going to screw around with, right?
25 hit points is nothing.
But yes, he does have powers he could teach you. Yes, he has these abilities. All right. So you didn't have to bend knee. You didn't bend knee. All right. Going back in there is completely up to you. He doesn't care if you go in there or not. He was kind enough to offer you the opportunity to become his students.
Right.
That was his take. He wants minions,
Right.
right? He wants students. His power will grow as he has students. He offered you that ability. Bend your knee fealty to Hikate, and he will take you on as students.
Got it.
5 of the 6 of you did. So when you're ready, you can join him back in the dungeon, and we will begin your training in the dark side.
So, do we want to go back to town and sleep and come back tomorrow?
I want to keep going. I want to try to find Mordroc. Eldrin wants to find Mordroc. That's my only purpose in life.
This is, I guess, the way Jeff views it. This is how we find Mordroc, and then how we defeat
When I
Mordroc.
pull out the book,
Because we're not.
this is how we're going to find him. Where he was, what he was doing, who his friends were. The Arcanum,
That's
the
where we find
education.
where he used to be, not necessarily where he is now. But also,
We can find leads.
even if we
Solid
we
leads.
knew where he was, we couldn't take him on.
The books, right? Mordroc's a similar thing, right?
Right.
If you go tech, if Mordroc was standing in front of right now, he's gonna wipe your floor with you guys, right? But this book, the education, said last known location.
So I mean, at least it gives us
A place
head
to start. Yeah,
Which
place to start.
also, going back to town and
and his sister
for the
and
night
brother
will give us a
also.
chance to read the yearbooks and see what it says about him.
Right.
A day, a week, a month. Take whatever time you need. A year, for that matter.
What we
They'll
feel
be
like
here
we've
waiting
left.
for
Depends
us.
when it's going to be an early night.
Well, but then what we've left undone in there is there's rooms we haven't explored. We didn't find the fifth medallion, which presumably would have gotten us into that door, which might be the gate to hell.
Which we may or may not need. I mean, the whole situation has changed now that he's back, right?
That Ulcaster.
Ulcaster, he may say, "Hey, here's the fifth medallion," or "No, you don't need that."
Where's the other four?
He may even do
Because
that.
he needs those too, just to open the door.
Maybe, yeah.
So I'm thinking
He
we
probably-
don't bring these medallions
maybe.
back. I'm thinking we don't bring the medallions back
Then we can't open. We're not gonna open that door then.
until we're ready, right? We don't bring him back if he's there. He's the most likely to be able to open that door.
He
Do
might
we
be
want
behind the
to?
door.
Do we really want to open a door that could
I
possibly lead to demons?
There
When we
may be
have
a
a
reason
book
to do
that
that.
helps people open a door to demons, this sounds like a bad thing to do.
You know, the best move is to not play the game, right?
Would you like to play
Okay. How about a
So
game of
so
tic-tac-toe?
so one possibility would be we're done and we're not coming back here.
At least not until we're like 15th level.
Well, how do you think you're going to get to 15th level?
By all the other stuff we can do.
Like,
Go to Candlekeep, learn some stuff. Maybe there's some
or
adventures there.
we could just have Ulcaster teach us.
5 out of 6 you said midnight. That's great.
That was not what I thought was
I
going to
don't think that was
happen.
going to happen either. Yeah.
I didn't,
That's
expect,
the
I
best
didn't
part
expect
about
to be the sole one. I
I-
thought there was at least another H.
The one other
I figured
halfway
at least
smart person in this group.
I thought there'd be at least one other H, but no.
I did it anonymous to save you, Christian.
What's that?
I did it anonymous.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but is it not a much more infinitely fun idea that we just released a Lich?
Yes.
As a DM player, or D&D player, sorry. Yeah, so I'd go back. I'd say let's go back, sleep it off, spend some time doing some research. Maybe go to Candlekeep with whatever leads we come up with.
What do you expect to find there?
Candlekeep, they are the widest, largest repository of knowledge. So we can find out more about Mordroc. We can find out more about his mother, his sister, his brother. What are they doing? I'm just trying to
I
generate
also-
leads to get to him. That's all Eldrin is concerned about. And we got plenty of
I
books
want
to
to
give
go
them. Right, they
north
need a
too
book.
to the Cloaked Woods.
Sorry, say that again.
That's where that wizard organization thingamajig is. That I'm supposed to go check out.
Yeah, there was what are you, a warlock?
Yes.
Yeah, there was
Warlock thingamajig to go check out.
there was a warlock mentor that he was supposed to go speak with.
In Candlekeep?
And I don't know, a
No.
powerful mentor might want to know that a lich has been unleashed on the area.
Somehow. We don't need to name names.
Word on the street is.
Word on the street. We happen to hear this.
It's come to our attention.
Yeah, it's come to our attention.
As we were passing through the area,
Okay.
Come on, that book looked completely innocuous.
Yeah. Sister Light and Darkness. No big deal.
Who knew it was his
Phylactery?
reliquary?
Is that what it's called?
I think phylactery is
Phylactery,
what D&D
yeah.
calls it.
Yeah, phylactery. So, what are you guys doing?
I'm assuming everybody's in agreement.
Eldrin says he's heading back to town. I assume you're all following?
I've got some curse on me. I got to get off of me.
All following?
yeah, let's go.
I'll go.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I think there's more in there that we can learn from.
You're willing to do
Yeah,
it alone?
but we could do that tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow.
Very good. You go back to town to go to the Feldpost Inn. It's the middle of the night, right? It's been 2+ hours, 3 hours probably.
It's 2 or 3 in the morning.
Sure. You go back and you sleep
In.
in the Feldpost Inn. Yeah. You wake up noon.
For brunch.
Long rest that takes care of your max hit points going back up to normal.
Yep, that'll take care of it. But you get your long rest, your hit points come back, and we will all level up.
Twice.
Don't be greedy.
Hey. So what about my poison status? My permanent hit point reduction?
Yeah, that was resolved with the long rest.
Okay. Awesome. I was worried.
You were poisoned too.
No, the
My hit point
curse,
limit.
Cursing.
Oh.
reduction of hit points says you return back to your normal hit points,
Sometimes it's forever.
or a curse that you'd have to.
Yeah.
So some of you get back to 10 a.m., 11 a.m. You guys start waking up, and what are you doing?
Researching the book.
Which book would you like to research?
I want to start with Ulcaster's workbook. And I would be working with Bay on that one.
Ulcaster's workbook.
I think that's what. Or Lather's.
Halather's workbook.
Lather's.
I mean, you don't have any proficiency in it, but from what you can tell, Halather's
working with him.
Oh, with Bay.
Yeah.
As you look through it, this is a detailed process for summoning demons and trapping them in items, weapons, swords, shields, armor.
Okay.
I'm gonna modify that. And trapping them into stones, gems. You can trap the spirit into a gem. That gem, then another chapter is putting gems into weapons.
Setting them.
And trial and error throughout them doing that.
Nothing about trapping liches.
Nothing about trapping liches.
For the shot.
Maybe that's in a different book.
So yeah, while Bay and I are researching this, I'll be saying, hey, I'm getting really concerned about Jeff. His behavior is a little out there.
Ever since he picked up that stupid staff thing. Well, realistically before that, but it got really bad after that.
Yeah, but he's typically a very honorable guy, and he was all down for kneeling and going back in there and worshiping Ulcaster and learning about magic. I mean, he likes magic weapons, but they're weapons, not. It's not that they're magic so much as they're more beat down weapons. Just
I think
seems
we
a
need to
little.
get that staff away from him.
How do we do that? I mean, he already kind of likes his magic weapons to begin with. Now we're gonna take his new shiny toy away? I don't think that's gonna go well. Is there a way to maybe banish the magic in it, or shield it from him so that we can convince him otherwise?
I mean, maybe at some point, but that is outside of my abilities.
You just leveled up. Certainly 4th level will get you.
You mean you can't circle a death? I think. Maybe we're jumping to conclusion. I mean, we don't know it's doing something to him, but he
That's
definitely
true.
seems.
That's true.
He definitely seems more. Resistant to that honorable Jeff we know. We'll have to noodle on it. Maybe talk to the other guys.
We gotta watch him. I think if an opportunity presents itself to get that staff away from him,
Mace, but yeah.
Whatever. Wait, Mace? No, because it was the thing.
It's a mace.
What's his name had?
It's a mace.
Yeah.
It's a mace.
It's called. We call it scepter, but.
Jeff uses it like a mace.
Yeah.
Artemis or Yorlok? Belinda or Jeff?
Belinda's looking at the yearbooks, looking for Mordroc.
Okay.
Jeff would probably be the same.
So, okay.
I'm taking a rest.
You took your long rest.
Yeah, we already
Long
did
rest.
that.
I'm reading the book about the master and the
The Hellhounds? Yeah.
Intramural badminton, really?
So what you learn after you spend the day with the books, right? And one of the big thing you learn from the yearbooks was that Mordroc was banished.
That guy?
Mordroc was banished from the school because he was experimenting with portals to other realms of reality, and had his brother as the guinea pig, and lost his brother in one of those realms. Okay, I think I already told you the story once.
That part sounds familiar.
Yeah, I did sound.
And so he lost his brother Tam O'Shanter in one of these other realms, and it was Nitzlplix, the tinker gnome, came up with a contraption that transported them into which he took to transport himself into this other realm, other dimension, found Tam O'Shanter and brought him back. That was in the notes of Mordroc, right? All that, the ending was by Nitzlplix, but that was all in those notes. That's how much you knew. What you didn't know was Mordroc escaped into one of those realms, right? Last known existence was Ethelred, which you already knew, right? That was his last known existence. But he had traveled into, had developed a way for Mordroc to use spells to go traverse from plane to plane. Exactly. Nitzlplix can do the same thing, but he uses technology to do it. Tam O'Shanter was rescued, but when he was rescued, he had lost his mind. All right? He was delusional, post-traumatic stress, delusional, reality.
Plain psychosis.
Good term for it. And he was sent, Tam O'Shanter was sent to an asylum.
Indeed.
It was sent to an asylum. Let me get it here just a second. Open recent. Yeah, I mean, nothing too ominous. An asylum called Gloomspire at the Cliffs of Insanity.
Nice.
So, Tam O'Shanter, his brother, is at Gloomspire at the Cliffs of Insanity. It's just over there. Just over there.
Up the hill and down the road.
So, And then Nitzoplix has taken residence in a windmill on a hill just over there.
But it doesn't say where.
Oh, it
You
does.
just haven't thought of
It does say exactly where these places
So
are.
you just-
It gives you locations that are easily found.
Okay.
All right. So you now know where the brother is, and you now know where Nitzoplix is, or less known by
Right.
50 years ago, or
Right.
whenever the attack happened. So that is what you learn from the yearbook. Not Mordroc exactly, but you know where his brother is, and you know where this Nitzoplix is. And you are led to believe that Ulcaster is a master of traversing planes of existence. The multiverse. The D&D multiverse. That's what you learn from that.
In his book?
You learn how she enchanted. You learn that Hecate's favor was for these hellhounds, the three-headed goddess, and how she has her most favored creature were these hellhounds, and they became her protectors. Everything about that is in there. It's a lot of it's over your head. I mean, you're a thief, right? You are a rogue,
Yep.
and you're not really into arcane stuff. And arcane / cleric. This is kind of, and this is kind of the works of a deity, right? That's what's in this book.
Devil worship.
Oh, who said devils? It's Hecate. She's a god, not a devil.
Pretty racist.
Don't be goddess.
So that's what you learn there. So, Artemis, you haven't said much.
Well, I think Artemis definitely would have been helping with the yearbooks, and to find out all the stuff that you just shared, or at least to that end. And I know I picked a book, but I don't remember even what that was all about.
So you guys, it's lunchtime, right? You go down to the inn's restaurant common area, right, for their lunch meal, and you share all your notes, right? What you learn, you point out. So now you all have the same information. What next?
Indeed, what next? Indeed. Well,
I want to find Nixoplex. I'm going to put that out there. We can find him. We can find the way to plane shift and find Mordroc on an alternate plane.
yeah, but how do we know that Mordroc isn't visiting his brother at the asylum? Or maybe he's bamfed in and out, and somebody could tell us when he was last there.
Well, assuming Mordroc's not there, then Tam is not going to be as easy to get information from as Nitzelplex, who's not inherently insane.
Fair point. So we got a vote for Nitzelflick's interrogation. Conversation.
Is
It's not-
Jeff pushing to go back to the school?
Jeff would. I mean, I don't want to beat the point, but yeah, I mean, Jeff has expressed that, like, hey, there's a lot of power to learn there, and magic items to get for those who aren't casters. We could really level up really quickly. That's probably the fastest way for us to be able to take on Mordroc, is to learn what we can from Ulcaster.
I'll vote to go back to Ulcaster and pick up some stuff that.
You're not convincing me. You're convincing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if we're going to attempt to bring him to justice, then we need a lot more oomph than we got right now.
Is there any underlying benefit to going back to Ulcaster? We pick up a little bit being more on Ulcaster's good side in the future. If there's a run-in with Ulcaster,
Well,
in
I mean-
future adventures,
Certainly,
being former students, do we have any danger?
not a bad ally to have on our side, right?
That's actually a better phrase. Yeah, we've got a better shot of allying with Ulcaster if we go back and be a student.
Mhm.
So there's a underlying hidden benefit of doing it. They could be even as if not more important.
Yeah.
Is to have that familiarity with Ulcaster.
Like if we run
I
into
do
him,
not think my patron would be happy with me going back there.
if we run into Ulcaster, is he gonna want us to stay for a long time? Like, well, my class is 6 semesters. Not something he's gonna teach us in an hour. But so you're thinking about wanting to go back?
I think I want to go back and at least check it out for a while, so we can pick up from Ulcaster.
If we run into him again, okay.
And that's sort of my underlying thought is actually I'm more leaning towards that's the reason why it's not for the direct learning of being students. It's if there's an ability to develop any kind of alliance or being at least not being enemies of Ulcaster,
Okay.
there is as much not more of a benefit to being that than are we gonna pick up magic skills? I doubt it. We're gonna pick up more just tactical how to do things better.
So any progress? What we're doing? Where we're going?
We got a couple people want to go back to the school. I think Belinda's kind of leaning that way too.
So Ulcaster school?
But yeah, but Ken sounds like Ken didn't. His character doesn't want to go.
Yeah, Bay does not want to go, so he would head north to try to find
Cloakwood.
his potential teacher, Cloakwood. Yeah.
I have to look at the notes. What did I give him a name?
Why go back to the school?
So I was going to ask that. I have Vinculum Infernum written down. Is that it?
Say it again.
Vinculum Infernum.
That sounds familiar.
Could be.
I don't know why.
Infernum?
Maybe that's the word.
That's a person.
Or an organization.
No, it's a warlock. Infernum? Vinculum Infernum was a book.
Yes.
It was a process of binding fiends to shields to grant shield bearer resistances.
Oh. Oh, that's funny. Yes, it's the first book you wrote down on the thing.
I do kind of remember that. As a book.
And you said you wanted to go look for Mitzelplix, who was supposed to be where?
Somewhere. She specific.
Yeah.
Last known address.
Yeah. It's on a hill outside of Boulder's Gate. Just a day's walk into the hills
It's like
beyond
a week
Boulder.
away.
Not far. A week's travel. Sure, a week's travel, you get there, no problem. I don't know. I don't think it's that. I think that's only 2 days actually.
Really?
Well,
Data
let me pull this up. Can I not pull it up?
What was the reasoning to go back to the Ulcaster so quickly?
If the end goal is to bring Mordroc to justice, we need a lot more oomph than we have right now. And
So
the notion that Ulcaster could give us that oomph is what's, or find stuff on our way, you know, the magical stuff throughout that would give us some put some power in your corner now. Yeah, you can.
So you see this spot right here?
Rub that
I'm gonna drop his Nitzelplitz's windmills right there on that hill. You guys are right here. All right, now reference. This is that pass to here. I'll have to look out. Well, I can tell you how many days. Is it control? I think it's Command
I
M.
think it was 2 days
M?
to the pink and
Oh.
another day and a half.
Command. What's that say? Calculated distance. I thought it was Command M. Nope, that's minimize.
It's kind of tempting. But Ulcaster is willing to teach us. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Eldrin doesn't have the patience to be a student for a few years.
No, and we're not saying we do that, but we at least, if we run into them again, be allies,
Control
fan
D.
club, at least.
Roadies.
How is he going to feel with us poaching his dungeon? Looting his dungeon is probably a better word. Trespassing. Trespassing.
Well, you said, hey, you
157 miles.
Yeah.
should follow me and be part of my school. So we,
Yeah,
come back,
so-
be part of
5
my
days,
school.
2 hours.
5 days ish.
On foot
We're
slow.
trying to
So
find
5 to 8 days, depending.
A working week.
Well, they usually go by a 10 day. So, as we're all taking in our lunch here,
So
I think it's time to
split
just
the
say
party.
what you do.
Eldrin will plan to at least go to Candlekeep or Baldur's Gate. And what is that? Bay, that's the direction you're heading in?
Yep. Wait, no, Candlekeep's not the right direction. Sorry. Wait.
Candlekeep is on the way, but do you still have a need to go to Candlekeep?
I don't
Probably
think so.
not.
I
I mean, we
don't-
have a solid lead in
Yeah.
Mitzvahs.
Where are we now?
You are I believe, right here.
Okay.
I just feel like we go past Candlekeep and we lose out on an opportunity that we're gonna have to end up like something's gonna happen and we're gonna have to come back there. I don't know. We can bypass it. I don't have a problem with
Where's,
that.
and where's Nitzelplitz's at?
East of Baldur's Gate.
See this circle right here?
Yeah, okay.
He has a windmill on this hill.
Got it.
Oh, so I thought there was something that Candlekeep wanted to do too.
Well, that's, at
Well,
one
that's what we
time
have
there
lead.
was.
At one time, you wanted to go to Candlekeep to help decipher your map and learn any information that you could on Mordroc. And I said, well, that information actually you just got from these.
Okay.
Well, you didn't get information on the map necessarily.
Which I think the Mitchellplex is probably smart enough
That's a
that he
good
could probably
point.
have his insights.
So we're kind of in a split place, right? Because there's the go talk to Nitzelplick and gain information, or go back into the dungeon and hopefully gain some oomph.
Get some quick power.
Is there? To
keep the group together? Are we willing to go as a group to Metroplex and then come back to this, or do them both? Just do one and then the
Well,
other.
it
all of
sounds
us?
like a few of the folks don't want to go in at all.
Oh, you guys never want to go back.
I don't know about never,
Okay.
We're already here, right?
but we are not in
My-
a position that if Ulcaster says, "What are you doing here if you're not here to be a student?"
We're there to be a student.
Now we're
Right.
stuck there being his minion.
I think above the table, the DM will keep
Well,
things
I
right.
think he's genuinely trying to let us decide whether we stay or go.
Right, but also the DM's not going to trap us, in school for the next
see.
5
Well,
months.
I might just wave my hand and say you're in school for the next 5 months.
Right, but and if that happens,
Months will
it
be
happens,
okay.
right? And then we come out
Years
of that
not.
the other side with new skills and
But
abilities.
Elgin
right?
doesn't want to sit 5 months. He doesn't want to sit 5 weeks. Mordroc's out there.
Right, but even if Mordroc was, and Jeff points right outside the door, like at the road, if Mordroc was right there, there's nothing we could do about it. Right now. Even if we knew where he was, there's nothing we could do about it.
You
in our
you
current
sense that
forms.
Eldrin understands that, but it's almost like he can't control this rage, his barbarian-esque
Yeah. So
rage.
I guess getting back to your point, I think it might make sense for us to. Some people have things they want to go do, and then the rest of us will
Go to school.
go to school.
With the party. Ah, okay. No, that's what I was trying to. Is there
Ixnay to go with the cursed guy.
is there a compromise of us all doing both? If not, are we splitting up and doing the Batman
First K,
back and forth?
So it sounds like we need to split up.
It's yeah.
Yeah, let's have Dave run.
This is hard to say, but I don't think we can adventure together anymore.
So who's going where?
I'm going with Bay. Bay's going to Netflix
You
with
guys
me.
are going to Mitzelblix?
Road trip.
Belinda's going back to school.
So Belinda, Jeff, and Yorlok are going back to Ulcaster.
Yep.
Eldrin, Artemis, and Bay are going to Nitzaplex by way of the Cloakwood Forest,
I didn't hear Artemis.
Yes.
which
Which
is somewhat
way?
on the way anyway.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, okay.
I did Artemis say which way he was going?
Well, that was the question. That's the question that Glenn just asked, because it's like, wait, how do you get a harm out of him?
Yes, right.
Well, I guess I'm leery
Doesn't-
of breaking us too far down to. I mean, 4 and 2 just doesn't seem right. So I'll go on the road trip.
I want you to feel obligated.
It's not about obligation.
Yeah. I'm set. Eldrin is settled. He feels like this is a solid lead. We need to go after it. Whatever gets us closer. I mean, maybe Nitzelplix will have a way to take care of this guy for us.
So you said it's going to take you. You're thinking it's a week round trip.
5 days to and 5 days back.
More than that, if we go through Cloakwood,
Yeah. So
Okay,
10
couple
days,
weeks.
8 days,
I'm gonna say
10 round trip.
no,
than that.
10, 20 round trip.
Another 10 days. In
8
Cloakwood?
day, 5 to 8 to get there if you just went straight there.
Right.
But now we're talking about going to Cloakwood to see his mentor on the
Right.
way.
It's like a day out of the way.
Okay,
2 days.
okay,
Stretch it, call it 3.
okay. 8 plus 3 is 11 one way.
Yeah.
So 11 there, 11 back is 22.
But we're not going to come through Cloakwood again.
Okay, 11 there, 8
5.
back,
All right.
5 to 8.
Yeah.
Five-
Yeah.
So split the difference. Call it what? 6.
I'll be pushing the pace. I'll be not slow.
So
we'll go fast.
20 days we're meeting
I
back
got
here.
I got a carriage.
And then
It's a walk. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'd say it'd be on the fast side.
adventuring unless there's any distractions at all.
DM wouldn't do that.
What are
to
the
him.
chances of that?
quests.
Out in the open in the fields for days at a time. Nothing on the plains but time and opportunity.
20 days, we're meeting back here.
Sounds good. What do you think, Bay?
Seems reasonable.
And if we're not here, we're
Carry
trapped
on.
in the hell's dungeon of the school somewhere, washing dishes.
I think, Jeff, you're going to insist on taking the medallions.
Of course.
Jeff is not getting them.
Well, then, yeah.
So we have an impasse.
Yeah,
How we gonna
there's
allow-
definitely an impasse.
How are we going to open the sub basement to hell?
How are we
You're not.
supposed to get the
Not
power?
without me.
Well, then go with
Not
them.
without Bay.
Then go with us.
No, we're going to.
So you're holding the entire group back.
Absolutely.
So so then we will never defeat Mordroc.
No.
Not until I'm there.
Have you two always been the little and big brother that was never along? I mean, you're always fighting on something.
We are always.
Okay.
But it's kind of the barbarian nature, right?
We
Sure.
can end this year.
No.
Oh.
Ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding,
where's my? Let me get that clip up again. I can get there.
You know, okay, in classic silly trope of entertainment, you do fight for it.
Well,
and
let
the
me.
winner, we go with
How,
your idea.
how does Yorlock and Belinda feel about going back to Ulcaster without the medallions?
That would.
You don't have to give them to me. You can give them to.
I do not want Ulcaster to get the other 4 medallions. That's my reasoning.
He has 2.
I have two. Yeah.
I have the other 2,
Right. Right.
And there's one outstanding.
and he has the other one somewhere in that dungeon that he already knows where it is,
Maybe.
assumingly.
I'm just
I
saying.
like the
Yeah.
point of we do not want to have
All of the
Ulcaster
things
to have
that-
access to potentially have all 5.
and so giving it to any of you,
Yeah.
much less all one to one of you, gives him all of the pieces to do what he wants to do.
It's reasonable to believe Ulcaster will surmise what has happened. Right? It's reasonable to believe that you guys have those medallions. When you go in there as his students, as his subjects, he is going to ask you for those medallions. Period.
And if we only have 2 and not all 4,
And if you don't have them, he's going to say, go get them and bring them back. That is going to be your first thing to do. I don't have to tell you. This is stuff you can speculate for yourself, right? It's completely expectable, right?
I'm thinking that we then don't give you any of them, so then you don't know where they are.
By the same token, he's probably going to want his books back.
So here's a third option. Why don't we take the book, the Caliphite book, back to the Caliphite person, so they can destroy it to close the portal for the demons, and then it won't matter if you can open a portal of demons because the portal of demons been closed by the book people.
Now, you will tell him that the book was how to do it.
Right. Fine.
Okay.
Well, okay.
They-
But
They wanted it destroyed so other people couldn't learn that?
Yes.
right.
Okay, but it's not going to prevent Ulcaster from doing it if he knows.
If he already knows
He wasn't gonna close it. Okay.
it's not like a magic book that enables it. It's a book that teaches other people how to do it.
Right. Okay. But we're also assuming that he knows how to do it.
Well, he knows how to do it, or he knew how to do it. He'll be frustrated not to have that book, right? Because it will have
It's a
his
reference.
all his notes. It's a tome.
Right.
So if the goal is to A, learn from him, and B, not make another enemy of a very powerful wizard.
Right, but I guess I don't know, maybe there's no dance in the line between, I mean, okay, so we're sitting here noodling, so let's noodle some more. So let's say we do all this, right? I mean, are we prepared to be the ones that potentially Give him the book that lets him open the portal to demons. Gives him the medallions that lets him open a portal to demons, so he can rain demons all. Are we really ready to do that?
If
When our goal is just to get Mordroc?
If it allows us to defeat Mordroc, yes. Says Jeff.
And there will be a reminder that he's not releasing demons. He's entrapping them.
Well, okay, but until he bumps up against one he can't control, and then
there's
literally all hell breaks loose. So,
but that's why it's behind a vault door like that.
That wouldn't be our fault. That would be his fault.
it's absolutely our fault if
We
we
made him
facilitate him by giving him the means to do it.
Oh, and we brought him back from the dead.
Yeah, that's water under that bridge. That ship has sailed. Let me use another metaphor.
That was incidental. That wasn't, you know.
Well, all right, so
Incidental.
Bay and Eldrin are. You want to go follow Smithl's lead, and as far as you're concerned, never go back to the school.
No, not true. I don't know about
Well,
maybe
they can't because of his
Yeah, my patron was adamantly against
Right.
anything to do with him.
Eldrin's not saying he wouldn't go back. He's just saying, I want to chase this other lead first.
If the chase for Mordroc leads me back here, I have no problems coming back here.
That's a very tenuous
And
edge.
Well, I mean, it's. I mean, I would join the party if they needed me and Mordroc was already dead. I'd have no problems being part of the troop again. But Eldrin, it's his sole focus in life is to find and kill Mordroc.
So, now I'm starting to swing this way. Could we all go to this Mitzelplix thing and then go back, or is Jeff gonna be like, I'm going?
The two of
today
them are never coming back, right?
to the school.
Like Eldrin might, under certain extenuating circumstances, if the sun is blue on a Tuesday, right? That's basically what he's saying, right? and Umbe has very good reasons for not. He has his own patron. So it's the road to Mordroc. In Jeff's mind, goes through the school, right? Gaining that power to be able to stand toe to toe with Mordroc is, Jeff believes, until we know we can stand toe to toe with Mordroc. It's even the point of knowing where Mordroc is, right? Because we can't take him on.
It's a conundrum.
And you're worried about us being
We're gonna be
okay, but he's summoning. Okay, trapping demons, not necessarily
Releasing.
That's what you glean from the notes from the books and from what Jeff told
Okay.
you.
I'll agree with the thought process of not making sure the medallions are not within reach of Alistair.
Okay.
Well, there's a pretty good chance that's going to be a condition of being students at the school, is returning what we took from the school.
So,
Well, and I don't.
And you would
I don't-
want it, because you're going to want to learn from the books.
Right.
And you're going to want to learn the powers of these medallions such that they can increase your power.
Yeah, I mean, we know these medallions are magic items, but we don't have any of the skills to use them. Who's to say that he won't teach us how to use the power that's in these medallions?
Do you think if we go back to school, it is to be his students and learn from him? It's not just to go plunder whatever the room.
Yeah,
we
we're
didn't
not
get to yet.
plundering.
You're going there to be his
To be
students.
his students. Yeah.
No, that was very clear in the.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll teach you the full power of conjuration.
if we run into him again, was what I was thinking. But you're saying we're like,
Come to my dungeon and I will teach you this.
okay, I didn't get it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't mean to get.
it's
roll-
the character.
No, but I didn't get that. That's the inevitable outcome if we go back.
He's giving you a free admission to his school.
That's okay.
With promises of power.
With
and
plenty
Be my student. come to the dark side.
Okay.
You are so lucky.
We have cookies.
Yeah.
That was going.
And spells.
We gotta go.
This-
Special brownie cookies.
Dark chocolate.
And you get the munchies afterwards.
yeah.
All right, so you guys are still sure what you guys want to do. We
No.
agreed that we could take the medallions. If you have to go after them, you have to go after them. You have to come get them. You have to come get them. At least that'll buy us time.
I mean, I can send him after them, and you'll have to deal with him.
The dean is not gonna go after him himself, but you won't know where we
He
are.
might.
He might.
Maybe, but it's a lot of work he can send his minions to do.
So here's another thought, right?
And that seemed like a threat, Jeff.
You have
Threaten.
Jeff has 2 medallions. If your lot comes with us, 1 medallion per student. Ulcaster's happy, right? You each have a medallion that you learn about.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, maybe.
So it reduces that urgency of, well, I've got 3 students and 2 medallions. That's not going to work, right? So if we split up a little more, let the 2 students with the 2 medallions go do their thing. And I know that Yorlok's made it clear he's willing to be a student and is interested in coming back. So, and we know Bay can't, which we understand. And Eldrin might come back, but I know you don't believe that. And I guess I could say that Artemis is open to the notion of coming back, but I'm all about not having all the medallions in one place right now. So we could send 2 students with a medallion each and go 4-2 for now.
Yeah, and
That's a notion. I'm just
and,
offering
and
it
it
up.
sounds actually like Yurlok's more into it than Belinda is at this point.
Yeah.
So if we want to send the 2 of them,
Okay, that's not, yep.
we could do it that way.
Yeah.
If you think that's going to be a better.
I'm just thinking of how to negate this whole. I got multiple students, but not enough medallions, and we don't want to give them all the medallions. So okay, he's sitting on 2.
Use it.
Yeah. 2 students, 2 medallions.
Does that pass the sniff test for like what we think you'll go?
He's going to want all of his stuff back. To effectively teach you, if you want to be taught, he's going to want all of his stuff back. All the medallions, all his books. And I think that's completely reasonable for his position, for him to expect that. And it might be a learning experience as you go track them down to bring them back. I think that seems completely reasonable. Expectable.
So we would anticipate that if they show up with just 2 medallions and not the rest of the stuff, he's going to say, go, come back when you got the rest of the stuff.
Your first assignment.
Let's go find out if that's his first assignment. Let's not assume. Let's go. I mean, Jeff and I will go be students, and we find out our first assignment is to go back and track you guys down. Then we track you down and decide from there what to do.
We've got a day or 2 head start on
Yeah, right.
on a 3-week trip.
Yeah, because certainly, you got to go through those core classes first, right? There's going to be like basic wizardry,
Well,
fundamentals of conjuration. I mean, you've probably got 3 weeks worth of, at least a whole semester. So,
I mean, it is kind of saying you're going to multi-class into some arcane study.
Which was the first thing I thought of when I saw that bookshelf of stuff up there. Like, can I do 4th class on wizard?
Well,
That's
and
the
it-
kind
and
of
it's-
thing that would be
It,
interesting.
it's tempting too, right? Because I mean, you were already on the arcane trickster train, and because I'm multi-class at 3rd level rogue, that would be an option.
Well,
for
Bard
myself.
is
and Bard's got that too, right? Yeah, I mean,
Bard is an arcane study.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, whether I go 3-1 and stay low on Bard or up Bard, either way, I've got paths like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not out of the realm. That's why I'm like, I'm open to the notion. I just don't know that I want to do it this minute. So we're going 4-2.
I guess so.
So let Jeff and Urlock take their first semester.
Unless we want to sit here for
fundamentals.
a day and see if they get turned right around at the door and sent right back.
Well, no, I don't want to wait.
We want to go and they
Yeah,
can catch. Well, it's true. Well, if we're doing this side thing to Cloakwood, then they could catch up to us, right? If that's how it plays out.
So
Or
now it's
Is-
4-2
is-
going
is-
with us?
yeah,
Belinda's coming with you guys.
Oh.
we're
So
trading
it's just
Belinda
you
for
and-
your. Yeah, we're trading
Well,
Urlock for Belinda.
well, they were both coming.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but
anyways,
we're
so-
I guess we're
But
getting
you're
Belinda.
just taking Belinda.
Yeah, right. We're taking
So-
Belinda. Right. Not bad.
Nice.
And realistically, and now we've been talking a lot. So help me remember. Do we need to go Cloakwood before Nitzelflix, or can we go to Nook Cloakwood after, as long as we go? I
That's a
wasn't
good
sure
that's a
whether.
question for Bay, because that's his side quest.
Okay, Bay. Do we need to go Cloakwood
I was thinking we'd hit it on the way there.
on the way there? But in light of what you've just heard, as far as the timing goes, if we had to, if we now need to kind of accelerate getting the Nitzelflix before these guys are unleashed on
Yeah.
us, does that work? Or is,
I think so.
Unleashed. I always figured it would be okay if they caught up to us, but you're like now you're trying to avoid them.
well,
I mean, you're kind of creating your own problems here.
it's not like I don't know that, Jeff, but your change in tone and tenure has got us all a little twitchy. So
you're advocating we go straight to Mitzelplex and hit
Cloakwood on the way back.
Does that work? Is that okay, Bay?
That's fine.
Okay.
Now, if going to Cloakwood gets you something super good that's going to be helpful to us, I guess we could consider that as well. I don't know enough about what that was for.
It was to learn about my powers
Hmm.
and to kind of learn self-control.
Ah, yes, okay.
Which, as recent events indicate, could use the help with.
Yeah, that ale in this tavern, this inn smells really good.
Yeah, so let's take some time to think about it. Maybe we need to think about this some more as a group. Why don't we go have something to eat? Maybe
You're sitting at the
break.
lunch table right
Oh,
now.
yeah. Let's go read some books and think about it, and come back maybe tomorrow morning and talk about it, and we'll make our decisions and move on from there. It seems like some people are still on the fence about which way to go.
Nothing saying.
It gives us a day
I'd
to
really
to
like
continue to study the books too.
I'd really like for Jeff and Yorlock to come with us. We don't get along on a lot of things, but he is our leader, and maybe I don't agree on this thing, and we have to go our own way, but I'd really like it if he came with us. So I'd like some more time to talk to him about that and convince him otherwise. Damn it, man.
You have your lunch and
Jeff's mind's made up, so yeah. I know.
so
Like right now, you're gonna leave?
No,
No,
he's
no,
just
no,
saying.
no.
He's basically saying, "I'm not budging. I'm going to the dungeon.
But
Who's coming with me?"
the question is, lunch is done.
Yeah.
You have nothing to do. What is Jeff going to do?
Were there any shops in town?
So just basic
Pencils,
supplies.
notebooks.
You're not finding magic items
Yeah.
here.
I was wondering,
This is
like,
a farming
preservation.
community.
There you go. Yeah, pencils. We'll need those.
If we're gonna, all right, you're dead set on this. What better way to? Let's just have some drinks tonight, and in the morning we'll go our separate ways.
I'll have water.
Sounds good for you, Bay.
Yep.
And
We praise you for your restraint.
Thank you. Thank you.
so the afternoon goes on. Everyone goes to the Burning Wizard for dinner and spend the evening. That's the evening. That is the place to go. I assume you would go there also. Everyone goes there also.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And you have your dinner. Eventually, the mayor's going to come up to you and did you go? What happened?
The Burning Wizard. We met him.
And
He's gone.
And he went whoop, through the ground.
He's no longer burning.
Belinda's had a few drinks.
is it safe?
He's no longer barring.
Can I send my farmers out to the land?
Which land are you sending them
The
to?
land surrounding the old Ulcaster school. Can we work the land now?
What's a forest? I don't know why you'd send your farmers out there.
Well, there's a forest and there's hills and there's. Can I send my lumberjacks out there to start collecting the fallen trees and milling the wood?
I don't know. We might have to check with Ulcaster on that.
Excuse me?
Speaker says what?
This is an area. I'd be happy to, if you tell me it's safe, I'm happy to give you your parcels. And he'll throw down a map. He says, there's all these plots of land.
So the wording was, if we got rid of Ulcaster, or was it, what was it?
Make the land safe.
Okay.
Clear the dungeon, resolve Ulcaster, make the land safe.
Yeah, we don't know if he's going to care if there's people milling around on the land.
Having a
around the
lich
school.
lord living in Ulcaster's dungeon is not the definition of making it safe.
But he's down on the ground. What does he care if there's, sheep grazing on
That's
top?
just semantics. Tomato, tomato. Hey Christian, did
I think
you
it'd
use
probably be
the
fine.
potion of restoration that I offered you at one point?
Let's see.
I don't think you did, but
I don't think you did either.
I wanted to make sure I just okay.
Let me check my.
Perfect.
Let me check. Where's my thing here?
So what do you tell the mayor?
General.
Is it safe?
It is not safe at this time.
I think it's probably.
It's partially
I think
cleared.
it's probably
It's
safe.
safe-ish.
It's mostly safe.
So here's what he's
It's not
gonna hear.
imminent danger.
Here's what he's gonna hear. Some of the group saying it's not safe. Some of the group saying
Yeah.
yeah, man, and Jeff
So-
saying I think it's probably safe.
It all came out of my
Yeah, all at once.
I'm not feeling confident about sending my lumberjacks in there to start clearing some lumber.
the surrounding space. Maybe so. It's probably okay to start doing some clearing and surveying. But going in there into the dungeon, we cleared a lot of it.
But you didn't completely clear it.
I would say it's not completely clear. There was some wolves that were still there.
Wolves are one thing.
There
Wolves
might have been
are.
a ghost or two still
Whoa,
surrounding.
whoa, whoa! Ghost?
Yeah, just a couple.
Well-
We got rid of most of them already.
I want the ghosts gone.
I agree.
The-
We're not done.
The townspeople not comfortable with ghosts.
We're not done.
Okay.
Ulcaster's not a ghost anymore.
Okay.
It's true.
All right. So you're not done. So you're still working on it. I can be patient. It's only been one day. It's only been one
I'd
day.
say 60-40, maybe 50-50.
Fif-
More 40-60.
It was a good first day.
So very quickly, Bay, I do have it in the notes that I did use your potion of restoration to rid myself of poison.
Okay. Then I will mark it off in my character sheet.
Well, And he say, you know what? Even at 40, even if it was 20%, that is 20% better than it was yesterday. I am glad to have you guys here and working on it, and look forward to the day when you tell me it's completely safe.
Well, Yorlock and I will be, sticking around, and we'll in whatever
How'd you
time
know?
we have, we'll help make sure the town stays safe.
Okay. You have a evening of conflict and drink and fun bard music and dancing and people getting up and doing their own little bits, and Criminy is on target tonight, the local bard.
And I am buying rounds left and right.
Nice. Building goodwill with the townsfolk.
Well, for us.
Oh, for us.
Yeah. I'm getting the good stuff.
You're getting the good stuff.
You're doing this in front of our comrade who's abstaining.
Yes,
He asked. I said it was okay.
You get
All right.
includes
I'm getting very good sparkling water.
pomegranate juice in the
Alright.
round.
I'm buying him equal rounds of
And
fine fruit.
is everyone partaking?
Yes.
Yes. Jeff, yes.
Jeff would be drinking every other drink that ends up in front of him.
Okay, but
Really?
still after the course of the evening.
He's still on edge. He suspects ulterior motives.
I can't imagine
I
why.
can't remember, yeah,
I am not sparing. I am drinking every drink.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're suspicious, I'm drinking every drink.
You are
Artemis every third.
Belinda picking up the spares.
Gladly, yes.
so we have
Belinda's an easy
Eldred
drink.
and Belinda are 2 sheets to the wind. How is Yorlock feeling?
I'm having 3 to their every one.
Nice. Yorlock is also
Slumped in a corner.
well poisoned yet feeling no pain at all.
Yes.
Bay is abstaining. Artemis is being very conservative,
Yep.
as is Jeff. All right, the evening goes on, and you stumble back to the Field Post Inn.
I prop up whoever needs propping up because
Oh, and I kind of had the rooms as Eldrin and Bay, Artemis and Yorlock and Jeff and Belinda. 3 rooms with 2 people each. Yeah,
Who is the third one in our?
2.
3 rooms with 2 each. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there 2 of you in a room?
I think you
Or-
said Bay and me.
yeah, Eldrin and Bay, the
Eldrin
2
and Bay.
scholars, and then
Scholars. Yeah.
the rogues room,
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
you know,
Okay.
All right.
The night goes on.
So-
Talk to me.
Yeah. So
Does it? Does it though?
I am clearly drunk.
Okay.
Is-
Belinda,
How many other people are drunk? Just me and Bay?
And Yorlock.
And
Yeah.
Yorlock.
Okay.
One in each room.
one in
Everyone
each
else is
room.
drunk.
You each have your sober buddies.
All right. Even every other drink is still happening like every half an hour. Out.
What I hear them saying is they're guarding against being drunk.
Okay. All right.
All right, that's what I hear them saying.
Yeah.
They're not poisoned. The 3 of you are definitely poisoned for that,
Oh, yeah, no.
from that aspect of you. But you're having a gay old time, and you, yeah. All right.
So I get up maybe 1 o'clock in the evening, 2 o'clock. What time did we go to bed?
Well, when you drink that hard, the bed's spinning all night, right? And you wake up and you're for
Belinda's
sure.
just face down.
Yeah, exactly.
In the water basin, true. Yeah, absolutely.
1 o'clock, you find yourself leaning against a horse taking a piss,
No,
while puking over the rail.
and you.
I'd say by 1 o'clock, if we finished up at noon, hour later, I'm puking,
Yeah.
and I say, "Do you think it's time to bay in the room?" So we're in our
I
room.
think so.
All right, you got it.
So I'll cast Lesser Restoration on you to your drunkenness.
So I'm not drunk anymore.
Right. You
All
cast a spell to get rid of that.
All
All right.
Let's do this.
I will also
Alright.
say,
Yeah.
so Jeff is wanting to see if he can steal
Yeah. Yeah.
medallions.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So he's definitely awake.
Yeah.
Right. And so
Yeah.
yeah.
We expect this to happen.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, this is some PvP type stuff, right? Let's talk it out, right? Take some emotion away from it, right? And how's it gonna pan out, right? Try to be reasonable, and ultimately, how's it gonna pan out? All right. So let's talk through it. You guys you're gonna just state what you're gonna do.
All right. So
This really can't be under the table here, right? Because we're all sitting here.
But so it's like 1 a.m. I'm figuring the two people who were drinking heavy are like,
Yes,
Yeah,
Yorlok
dead.
and Belinda are dead to the world,
okay,
and they're in different rooms.
and they're in different rooms.
Right.
So for me,
Yep.
I am going to be talking to Bay and say, hey, you know, what do you think? We wait an hour for him to be really asleep?
I get.
Let's-
So,
Let them
Oh,
finish.
yeah.
Let them finish.
What do you
Yep,
think?
wait an hour,
So like 2 a.m.
and then
So
hope he's asleep, sneak in, get that stupid mace away from him.
oh okay.
Mhm.
Alright. So you got this thing you can do to me to make me invisible?
Yes.
I think I should.
It
be able-
only lasts an hour.
If it takes more than an hour, we're already got problems.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's what you guys are gonna do.
FYI,
So it's 1 a.m. and that's what you guys are gonna do. Jeff and
we're
Belinda,
going to
you
try to do this at 2 a.m. right?
We're gonna
so
start
you,
at
you went back to your room at 1.
12. Puked at 1.
Puked-
He left the rest of race to me
Yeah.
at 1.
and so yeah. So
You all left the Burning Wizard at midnight.
so throughout the night, where does Eldrin keep the medallions? With
Great
Jeff?
question for you to
Jeff,
find out.
like, does he like?
You know
he's
I
on
have
a
it.
chain. Like, are you wearing it like on your?
You don't
person?
see it like hanging.
Okay.
No.
Certainly not. You're not wearing it. It would be in some bag. If it's on your person or not, we don't know, right? You put it in a pouch, right? You traveling with him would be aware of the sacks that he keeps on him, right? You would probably be aware of the couple options of where he would be keeping it, right? You would be aware of that. You all left the tavern at midnight, right?
The big bling.
You get back to your rooms, your 3 separate rooms. You lay him down. What does Jeff do?
So Jeff is looking for an opportunity. So with this knowledge of like,
Oh, I was drunk. I was drunk off
right,
the butt.
he's drunk. He probably doesn't have medallions on him. So it doesn't.
As you were drinking, you probably didn't have the medallions on you.
Maybe at some point I didn't.
While you were at the Burning Wizard,
Did you leave them back in your room, or were you wearing?
I did not leave them back at my room.
all right, so he had them with him. At the Burning Wizard, he had them on his person. You did see them on his person as he went back to, as you were all walking back to the Feldpost Inn. They were on, he had that particular bag, those bags that he normally carries with him, and he went back up to his room. You know that,
Okay, so our rooms have windows.
certainly. You each room has one window.
So Jeff would have stayed up, knowing drunk probably needs to relieve himself at some point.
Sure.
So he sees Eldrin get up, right? Or
Well, how would he see him
or,
get up?
Like you went outside to puke, right?
No, I just puked in the water basin. in
Oh,
my
just
room.
in your room. Okay.
You hear that a couple doors down.
Yeah. Okay, so he's really drunk. Hmm.
That's like 1 a.m. and yeah,
Well, see, Bay is the issue because Bay is not.
yeah, he's
He's
sober.
Stone
Sober.
cold sober.
And he's surely not asleep after me go. It's loud enough for you to hear it.
That's just like,
That's not usually the plot, is it?
Yeah, so I'm trying to. Because I don't have any.
Plane's going down.
Yeah. These two are out.
All right. I want to take it a step further, guys. Ultimately, what I want to see happen is I want you to lose the maze. All right.
Okay.
I want that to happen. I think that's what needs to happen, and so let's tell the story of it makes sense that you're going to attempt to take the. It makes sense that you would attempt.
Yeah, I think you would just go over and to move this forward. You would go over to the room and confront you guys. Yeah.
So, at what point would you do that? How soon after you get back to your room? You're laying in bed. You set him down. You set her down, and you're laying, and your mind's spinning with all this. You are confuddled with this mace that you hang from the side of your hip, right? You're possessed with this urge to gather these medallions and get back to Ulcaster. You're just biding your time for the right time, and it's like, damn it. Better now that when he's drunk than. So I think
it'll still be 2-on-1, but it's he's drunk, so it'll be less of a challenge. Yeah.
So you go to the room to confront them and just say, I want this now, right?
Now, when does that happen? Because does it happen before or after he's invisible?
Well, I think it's before.
Okay.
I think it's before because I don't think he's gonna wait a whole hour.
Since we're expositing on this,
Yeah.
talking through it,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't know this, but I already gave Bay the medallions because I knew I was going to get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was going to be at
Sure.
risk.
Makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Makes
So
complete sense.
while he's heaving, you figure that's the time he's out of it.
I'm drunk.
gonna go right now.
Yeah, he is fall down slobbering drunk, right? His plan was make it seem like he's decapacitated.
Hopefully get him drunk so that when he was asleep, I could take the.
Okay.
Yeah,
take
but
the-
that didn't quite work
the
out.
mace.
So you go down the hall, just like
You're gonna have it out with
you're
Ben.
gonna take it. Do you bring the staff of goo with you?
Certainly.
The mace? Yeah.
It goes with you everywhere. Okay.
Yeah. Now your other stuff, I don't know really if you would bring the other stuff or not. Your whip, would you? Your shield. Why would you carry your shield?
I wouldn't carry the shield.
Right.
That makes no sense. The whip, I mean, sure, like on your head.
And don't you have a +1 dagger also? Who took the dagger?
Yeah, I have the dagger.
Yeah. And a ring.
Yeah,
Ring,
that's a ring.
but-
Let's see all the magic items.
Are you gonna remember all this stuff when you're at least a little tipsy?
No, he's not even a little tipsy.
No. Oh, okay.
If he was a little tipsy, he'd be poisoned.
Okay. So you just kept shoving your drinks over.
Yeah. We've established the
why
three
you-
of them
And,
moderated enough. They didn't.
Okay.
Succumb.
The ring, I don't think has any spells left in it.
Mm.
If it does, it's like a cure wounds, but I might have used that. But.
So you go in there, and you have it out with Bay, and I think you're passed out.
No.
You're not. You have not. At 12:30,
Oh,
you have.
12:30.
Yeah, you have not yet. Right. I'm saying this is before that has happened.
I said 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So I think it's reasonable to me that you would do this before. You wouldn't wait that long. All right. So you go into the
Well,
room.
did he decide to make his move when he hurled? When I hurled, that's 1 o'clock.
I don't know. I mean,
So I mean, is it when I puke or that you decided
it's
to come?
before. I don't think that matters. It's before you
Get.
Are fixed.
or
You're still drunk.
yeah, you're still. drunk.
That's
the
his point.
Yeah.
All right, so he goes in. You're still drunk, and so Bay and Jeff, you need to have this conversation, or fight it out. Of course, you've each had a long rest, right? So you're full powers. How do you want to handle this?
Jeff, to go in.
I didn't catch half that.
Get that spell slot back just in case.
I heard Bay say he soils the bed.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
I mean, you could wake me up and cast that on me. It's up to you.
Yeah, so you knock
So-
on the door,
I
or
kind
do you try
of.
to break in?
Is the door locked?
Of course.
Yeah.
We
Would it
got
be?
way too much good stuff in there.
Yeah. All right. Makes
Well,
sense.
If
Between
the
the
door's
books and the
locked, he would
medallions.
knock on it. I mean, Jeff doesn't have a lock. He's not a rogue, so his options are knock on the door or break down
Kick
the
it
door.
down. Start with
One
option
seems a lot easier than you think.
Either way, you guys are going to be awake. So yeah, he'll knock on the door.
Hello?
Ray?
Jeff? It's. Whatever time it is, there's no clock in here.
I couldn't sleep. I think we need to resolve this.
Resolve what?
Can you open the door?
As I'm doing that, I'm creeping out of bed and going over, and I'm gonna try to sneeze to cover that I'm saying a verbal component and cast Lesser Restoration on Eldrin.
Yeah. So roll me a perception check and don't suck.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, you totally know what he did.
Yeah.
But you don't know what he did.
doesn't
Exactly.
He
I have
knows
access
what
to
he
that
did.
spell.
Lesser
Yeah, we
restoration.
Well, you know he cast a spell.
Right.
That's the bottom. I mean, that's all he knows. I mean, it could have been
Yeah.
Big Beast
Yeah.
Flying Hand or something. I don't know.
You now know he cast a spell.
Would that do it? I think that would.
All right. And
Yeah,
then
so
what?
I'll rage and
Oh.
break down the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rage.
Uh-oh.
He rages and he kicks down the door and walks in.
I'm woken by that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you've
Yeah.
been restored.
Yeah.
You're still recovering for a turn, but you're restored.
So the plus side is the room doesn't smell like puke anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
Or never did.
smelled.
Yeah.
That is good.
All right. Talk me through it, guys.
Does my sword activate?
I think it might.
I know, that's why I'm looking at him. What's his intent?
I think his intent is at the moment is more on Bay, because what did Bay just cast? Right?
Yeah.
Are you trying?
You're raging.
You're raging.
Right. You trying to cast a spell on me?
No. He cast a spell.
No.
Wait,
Jeff
you
doesn't know that.
Jeff doesn't know
right?
that.
Right. Correct.
That's my point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would
You
know
can't-
if I cast a spell on you. Maybe. I don't actually know.
So you kick the door down. You hear him casting spell. You break it down. You see him oogly boogly over Eldrin. What do you do?
The medallions.
Hulk want medallions.
Yeah.
I was going to say mace. Hulk want mace.
Treasure.
Do you rage?
At the moment, he hasn't. My sword's not going off, right?
The medallions must go back to Ulcaster.
Why do they have to go to Ulcaster? Since when did Ulcaster
Yeah.
become the purpose of our medallions?
Our road to Mordroc goes through Ulcaster. We cannot defeat. Jeff is convinced that we cannot defeat Mordroc without Ulcaster's help. Right?
I would admit that Ulcaster presents an opportunity to gain some power. But that's not the kind of power we want. And that's not the kind of power Jeff would have wanted 2 days ago. 1 day ago.
Well, when we went to that dungeon, I learned a lot. And any power we can get that helps us take down Mordroc,
By the way, the three of you each get inspiration, right? Luck, another luck. After this is done, not to be used in this encounter.
But you are a royal guard, a man of law and order, of faith and honor. You are not the kind of guy who leads up with evil liches to just to get a little power for himself.
I'm not
I
getting-
want Mordroc all the same, as
The
much
pow-
or
the
more. I
power-
want him more than you, but I'm not going to do that to do it.
The power isn't for me. I do all of this for the queen.
That's not how the queen would want you to do it, and you know
Exactly.
that. Jeff
Exactly.
knows that. You're not acting like the Jeff we know, the leader that we trust.
You're role playing. This is good.
It's good. I'm just thinking they're both raging, so they're having this
Yeah,
debate
yeah,
at the
he-
top of their
I
lungs.
did-
He hasn't
At
raged
1
yet.
in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My
click.
rage is not the kind of rage his is.
He's trying to de-escalate.
You're always angry, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's still at the top of your.
I'm an
it's-
avenger.
Yeah,
Take that point.
yeah.
Avenger
So-
Jason.
Is my sword gonna go off?
Are you gonna give me the medallions?
No. As a matter of fact, you should give me yours.
What is Bay doing?
I'm standing there.
Staring in awe.
Mouth to jaw.
What's going on?
But as for an action, I'm dodging in case stuff goes bad.
Don't make me do this.
You're forcing yourself. It's 2 against 1, and you've now put yourself against the whole party.
I
No
think
one,
you- I think
no one
you do
else
it.
is here with
Yeah.
you.
I think you do it.
Yeah.
You give in to the urge. All right, but we can narrate
Pick it
this.
up.
We can.
Oh.
Oh, do
It's
we
not-
do we
it's
want?
Unless you really want to, like.
I don't like PvP. I don't want to leave it up to the
Yeah.
dice either. All right, because
Yeah, yeah.
you're gonna lose. All right,
2-on-1.
2-on-1.
I mean, the weapon is, but yeah.
It's but
I know how Ken plays his characters. He knows how to pull out 50 hit points.
so I mean we're gonna just, but it's gonna be painful, right?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna release the onboard
Barrel whoop ass.
the
I'd be reducing your hit points.
That's
It's
right.
like, yeah.
So you're gonna be your hit points are gonna be reduced by the D12,
Yeah.
right? And so I want you to roll.
Wait, you're releasing the what?
The Umvar thing that did it, that reduced my hit points before.
Yeah.
He has that ability to reduce
Drain
hit-
life.
Drain life,
Apparently, get life.
and he would.
With the scepter thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you two describe to me how you defeat him.
Well, I
But he jumps on his
believe.
head.
Yeah, I believe I would defend myself and just attack the normal way, unless Bay had some other plan for me.
So I think it's still worth a shot. I would. So the battle's gonna start, and instead of taking any offensive action, I'm gonna turn Eldrin invisible.
That was our plan all along. I'm glad. Okay, so when he turns me invisible, I now go and try to get around.
Yeah.
Jeff and sneak attack.
That's fine, but once you're invisible, your entire focus goes on Bay.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's
I
gonna be painful. So you run, but that's
I use my reaction to intercept that and reduce it.
any damage that hits you would try to intercept. All right. Ultimately, being defensive is not going to do it.
So I sneak attack
You sneak attack.
him. I don't know how much.
A
damage
series
I do.
of attacks, stabbing him in the back, and
That's a good definition for that. Stop him.
And so the goal being either to disarm him or
well, you
make
tell
him
me.
unconscious.
You tell me.
So the goal is to get him unconscious, and if there's an opportunity to get the scepter or mace, I'll take it.
All right. So other than
I mean,
brute,
he's stronger than me.
yeah,
He's
brute
got
force.
the-
Are you going to try to get him unconscious with brute force, or does Bay have another way?
Yeah. Good question.
Nope. That was invisible and then brute force.
Is there anything to boost my strength or attack? Okay.
So I can imagine Jeff knocks Bay down and has him pinned on the ground with the mace across his neck. And you just keep trying to intercept, and you just cold cock Jeff over the head.
With the
Right.
chamber pot, you were gonna puke.
With the chamber pot,
Chamber pot full of puke.
and you just beat him over the backside. And can you grab some D6s, actual D6s?
How many?
I want you to have,
I got 4.
give him
I got 5.
a bunch of
I got
D6s.
6.
They got them over here, Noel.
I just don't know how many.
How many you got?
4, 1, 3.
All right, drop those here.
7. Like roll them? Or?
Yeah, roll them. So the mace recharges on a 6.
Mhm.
So that was the big thing, right? Because that's how you're gonna get. When we look here, we have 1 6, so it recharged once and all that.
Mhm.
So you have your health would have been reduced by. Now I need 2 Still, it happens.
Okay.
Well, actually, it says C. It says within 20 feet. Just do it.
Yeah.
I need 2 Constitution saves from both of you.
Of course, that one always. That one's an 18
Yeah.
plus 2.
Yep.
It's a 19.
That's 10. 18 and 10.
All right.
And an 11.
Yeah. So you each had your 9 hit points. Your total hit points were reduced by 9 points, and you took 9 points of damage just from that, right? You were gonna get 3d6. Bay, you're gonna get hit by that mace twice. 3d6 is
All right.
18, 9. You took 18 points of damage from that, and you would have got 18 points of health from that, right? So I assume you survive. You have more than 18 hit points. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you're not feeling
Wait,
well.
I'm down to 4.
All right, but now you're doing your damage, and ultimately,
And I have resistance to almost any type of damage they can deal.
other than Eldritch Blast.
Necrotic.
Yeah, not necrotic. Yeah.
Well, Eldritch Blast. I don't.
Or-
Eldritch Blast
or-
isn't. That's probably force.
It's force damage.
Oh.
But still, you're pinned down.
It does say, except force. Yeah, force, necrotic, psychic, radiant, pierce.
Here's what's going to happen, though.
No.
You guys are in the middle of this fight, and it wakes up Christian, Artemis.
Oh yeah, Artemis,
Oh, yeah.
Dev. Yeah, you're not sleeping through that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm
The
sure.
2 of them.
Yeah,
They're gone.
Yeah, right.
But Artemis comes in, and he.
What the what?
All right. So what you see as you come in is you hear twang, 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 and you see Bay or Jeff on top of Bay with his mace across his neck.
And you hear this gong noise.
Gong, gong, gong.
Invisible. It's just,
Now,
So-
what type of invisibility
yeah.
is it?
Was it greater invisibility or simple?
Just regular. You get 1 shot.
Oh, yeah.
One
So-
shot, and then you're
yeah.
visible again.
But still,
Basically,
The
it's
one
only
I
giving you
like.
advantage on the 1 attack.
Yeah.
but we're narrating this anyway. and We need to finish this up. So Artemis, you come in, you see the mace across Bay's throat. Jeff, killing him. What do you do?
I will. Artemis was like, no. So,
You run.
Artemis is going to cast command and tell Jeff to halt. So it doesn't move and takes no action or bonus actions.
Yeah. I mean, it works. Let's just say it works.
Yeah.
And you tell him to,
If he has any weakness, it's not to physical
Yeah.
attacks. It's going to.
and you can command him to stand down.
Yeah, basically.
knock it off.
Right. Oh, on his turn, target doesn't move and takes no bonus action, so he can't do anything more.
What did I say, Jeff's? I had a full name for Jeff at one point.
Unmaker of Planets.
No, but like I had a middle and
Yeah.
last name. You call out his full name.
Pull
Sure.
the mom on
Yeah,
the-
right. Pull the
Exactly.
mom card. Yeah, dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you disarm him.
Jeff, Horatio.
That's
Okay.
right.
Now, is taking the mace away enough to
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you take the mace away, and your eyes turn from that red to a normal. How might your opinions change on things?
I guess so. Above the table to
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
out there. I don't think Jeff was possessed in that, like, because lawful evil,
Yeah.
right? So it's not chaotic evil. It's not like
Yeah.
malicious intent. It's the ends justify the means. That's kind of how I was approaching
Yeah.
it. That like
Yeah. Well,
so.
which wasn't enough for me, because the ends would be killing them to get what you want.
Oh no! I fully yeah. That was they are in the way
Yeah.
of achieving. In Jeff's mind, you guys were in the way of killing Mordroc.
In their minds, you've been possessed by this
Right,
mace
right,
and evil
right.
spirit of the mace, and
Yeah.
so they want to separate, which they've now done.
So I guess to my point in that is Jeff's motivations and his goals never changed throughout.
I agree with that, but your means to do it
He
did.
needs to do and what he was willing to do in order to achieve that.
Alright.
did. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So what I'd like to get to is you don't have the mace anymore, right? You come to your senses. I would like to get to the point where we're all going to Nitzaplex, right? I hope without the mace, without the lawful evil, you feel like, hopefully you do not still feel like going to Ulcaster is the right path.
Yeah. I haven't. Honestly, I was leveling up, so I don't. And because I was set on like going. I don't remember. But yeah, sure. I mean. I don't remember all the details of what the Nitzaplex side of the plan entailed, but
The hope with Nitzaplex is he will guide them to Mordroc.
Plane shift to Mordroc.
At least understand where he is and how to get at him.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with
Maybe
it.
get an idea of how to defeat him.
And so you guys wake up with a whole new Jeff, a mostly whole new Jeff, right?
Fishnet still though, right?
Fishnet.
No, he's wearing a suit now, and he has trimmed short hair and
wool lined thimbles, yeah, all that. All right. Yeah, so I never really intended for you to have the mace. I thought it would be a fun thing to do, but this conflict was kind of.
I'm a little sad in losing it because I could actually deal damage.
Oh. You still have more magic items than anyone else in the group.
Yes. Yeah. But I don't know how to use half of them. Right? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I have some +1 weapons.
Yeah, the dagger at least, and the
But
whip.
I can still only deal about. I max out about 7 points of damage a turn. Whereas I know what Ken and what Eldrin can deal, and in a turn, if they max it out, you're dealing.
Well, I think it was your luck that hit with
Maybe
25
Warlock?
points.
No, I put him down with 29 the other day.
29,
Yeah.
like
Last
so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
I'm a big beefcake, but I max out pretty low. Like I don't deal that much.
You are a
So I'd
true
be like,
tank.
Yeah.
Maybe you can have this back someday if you can use it responsibly.
Yeah.
Well, no one's holding it.
Yeah,
No one wants to even touch it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were told how. Bay's goddess told us.
Sheeling.
Sheeling told us to not touch it and do this.
Don't touch it. It's evil.
And now you have first-hand experience of how it affects somebody.
I just see an opportunity to make that useful.
In what way?
You get into a battle with another lich, you steal their life force to gain life force
Yeah.
for yourself.
If you want to go evil,
It does have a downside. And that's
Okay, so
really
we need to keep it
that's
in a
my
plastic
big problem with
bag.
Ulcaster.
Okay.
is
Lead box.
one more thing. Next week, I'm here. In 2 weeks, I'm going to Phoenix for a week, so I'm out. I don't have those dates in front of me. I think the last week you were out.
Right.
So
I'm gonna be out most of March, and then you guys are going to.
So
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. So I'm here. I'm out starting February 27th. No,
Mhm.
I'm here. Actually, I'll be here the 27th. I'm out every Thursday in March. I'm out.
yeah.
So
All
it
right.
sounds like March is just kind of a write-off.
27th, you will be here
I
on
will
the.
be here on the 27th. Yes.
Excellent. So we have 2 weeks left. 2 weeks before our March break. But I don't know if I'm willing to give up my weeks in March. So we're only gone 1 week in March.
Right.
So there's 3 of us, right?
And I think the 1 week I'm available is the week that you guys are at your thing. So
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So we
I'll-
are in our thing.
13th is GaryCon?
19th through
Oh.
that weekend. We're going up Wednesday
Yeah.
evening, and
Yeah.
we'll be there Thursday, Friday, Sunday.
Yeah. So the 20th of March is off, but that still gives us the 6th and 13th.
no,
Third.
there is a chance I'll be in the Caribbean. There is the chance I could call in.
I mean, if you want to.
I'll be in the Caribbean for a week and a half. we'll see. I don't know. I can't commit to.
Rest from a sunburn, you know.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
the evening
So
off.
we'll see. It's a small island. We'll be there for a week and a half.
Okay,
so.
smaller than
Week and a
Ireland,
half.
less
That's
than
great. Is that your family doing that for you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm paying my own way.
Yeah.
But yeah, my parents have a timeshare down there, so
Wow,
it's a full family trip.
Sounds like fun.
So we could play something else with whoever shows up, or do it on a different night.
Yeah, these are all options.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we need to get there first, right? So, but the bottom line is
Our characters need to survive that one first.
the 13th is the date that I will be gone
Of
February.
of February.
oh, okay.
So that's not next week, it's the week after. Today is, it's not, it's 2 weeks actually. So 30th and 6th, we're still on. 13th is off. 20th, 27th, we're back on. And then we're in March, and we will see what, when the 6th comes, we'll see who's around. Sounds like you two are both going to be gone.
In March, I'm out. I'll be out the 13th.
13th and then the 20th.
20th will be iffy because we'd be late if we.
Yeah, but
made it
we're
that
gone the
night.
20th.
But the
anyway.
20th is when you guys are gone. Okay.
20th is when we're gone anyway. Yeah. All right. So next 2 weeks for sure, and then
We'll figure it out.
next week we're gonna start with us. Maybe we'll start. Did we want to do Nitzelplex first or Cloakwood first?
Now that we've resolved the issue, I'm okay with Cloakwood first if
Yeah.
that's what works best for Bay.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Next week
Yeah.
we'll do Cloakwood.
Good.
Good enough?
Yeah.
Nod. Yeah, Dave. This sounds great.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
You're awesome. You're the greatest DM we've ever
Oh,
had.
that's what I want to hear.
No, I mean, yeah. You put in a lot of work.
Okay, guys. That's our evening. I know we got all that, and we're 20 minutes late. I don't like going this late. Normally don't try to do that, but this was important stuff. And so, yes, that's our plan for the next few weeks. We'll definitely be here the next 2 weeks. Good. And next week we'll go find Bay's mentor and give me some free latitude as trying to figure out what that really means. If I don't get it with what we did before, it'll be close. And then after that, we'll be heading to Nitzplex to try to figure out what he knows about Mordroc and
Where in the world is Mordroc?
where Mordroc might be. All right, so that is that. Until next week, take care.
Hey.